think their goal is to try to get Dean to kind of chase something. And she lifts a high fly ball. This is to left center field, and that ball is going to be gone. A 3-run shot for Sarah Dean, her 3rd home run of the season, and in one swing of the bat, 3-0. Tigerhawks in the lead. 2-1 offering, and that's a line shot into left field. It's a base hit. Cut off by Batterson, but the ball skips by her, hit the top of the glove. It'll go as a double as that ball just took a wicked hop after it hit the ground. But the leadoff runner on as Oakley Armstrong doubles into left field to start this inning. 1-1 pitch. That ball's lined into center field. That's a base hit by Scharf. Fielded by McGowan. They'll wave the runner from third. Here's the throw to the plate. It is caught by Dean, who comes up the line and tags the runner out. As it was the runner or trying to avoid contact at the plate, tried to run around Dean, but a nice throw there from McGowan, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kent, the 3-2 pitch, taking the outside pitch and caught looking his standard. The 8th strikeout recorded there by Kent, and that does it for the Warriors in the bottom of the 5th. The best baseball and softball action all summer long is on KEDR AM and FM. It's Upper Iowa Conference softball again today on KEDR, and in our featured matchup, North Fayette Valley visiting Clayton Ridge. The Tigerhawk girls have just 1 conference loss. They look to keep their league title hopes alive. For the Eagles, a team that is working toward a winning record overall and in the conference, they hope to continue that climb. We'll bring you game 1 of 2 with North Fayette Valley and Clayton Ridge. Today's On Deck show coming up next on KEDR AM 1400 and FM 96.7.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
For generations, local farmers have trusted Freedom Bank to provide the financial backing they need to succeed. We have a long tradition of empowering success, and that continues today. We offer competitive financing options at competitive rates, whether for equipment purchases, building construction, land purchases, or operating capital. Visit one of Freedom Bank's experienced ag loan professionals in Elkader, Monona, Postville, and Waukon, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owners Brian Bugenhagen and Michael Beck, along with their staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
Tiger Hawk Eagles softball is brought to you in part by Bank First in West Union, helping you save time and money. Member FDIC. West Union Motor Sales and Service. Gunderson Palmer Lutheran Hospital and Clinics. Morris Funeral Home in Gottenburg and Garnavillo. Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Gottenburg. Agent Lanny Keel, your New York Life agent in Garnavillo. Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland. Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, and Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. We begin the On Deck show for today's game. We're joined by North Fayette Valley softball coach Bailey Shirley. Coach, your team 10-13, 7-1 in the conference. I know you got postponed on Monday night, but had a chance to play in the West Delaware tournament. You finished things up there on Saturday, and how'd things go for you?
We ended up being 1-3. On Saturday, we ended up playing Cedar Rapids, Washington in the morning, which was a great win for us. And then we had to end up playing our conference competition, Key High, before we actually see them for conference. So that was a little upsetting, but it was still a good game, very competitive, and we're looking forward to when we play them for conference.
All right, so how'd you do on Saturday against those two teams?
So we ended up winning at 12-2. Cedar Rapids, Washington, it was great. We ended up having, that's a slow pitch field when we played Cedar Rapids, Washington, and so it was fun to have the girls just keep running the bases. We ended up having 3 home runs. Actually, one of them, Hannah Schrader, almost hit out of the slow pitch fence, so that was pretty impressive. But overall, Key High, I pitched Katie Batterson. They were great hitters against her, and so now we are able to understand what we should not throw to them when we see them for conference, but we ended up losing that 6-1.
All right, let's talk about offensively. This is a team that's getting contributions. Who's been the main contributors for you?
Yeah, top contributor obviously is Sarah Dean, and then we have our other hitting average leaders like Alex Kent, Hannah Schrader. Katie Batterson doesn't have probably the best hitting average, but she is producing a lot of balls in play, which is exciting, especially at the top of the lineup, even though she does have 6 doubles on the year, so that's pretty impressive as well. But up all around, we have great leaders with just making sure that they're putting the ball in play, and we don't have too many strikeouts because that just goes to show that we want to hit and we're not too patient for that.
Yes, let's talk about pitching-wise. Alex Kent on the mound. Tell me about her.
Yeah, Alex is really great. Our senior leader, she's throwing her spot. She's making it happen. And I'm really impressed with her changeup. It's been able to throw off a lot of our hitters, no matter what speed they're used to. The changeup is still throwing them off, so that's exciting.
All right, let's talk about Clayton Ridge now. What do you know about the Eagles?
I know that every time we end up playing Clayton Ridge, they play us probably the best they ever play in the season, and so I'm really excited to see some good ball being played tonight. They are going to put the ball in play. They are going to probably run the bases, and they're going to make the routine plays as well, so we need to make sure that we're on top of our game. All
right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thank you.
Yes, North Fayette Valley softball coach Bailey Shirley on our Tiger Hawk program. The On Deck Show continues after this. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
We are happy to announce we are once again performing cataract surgery right here at home. This is Jessica Jones, surgery supervisor. We welcome Dr. Cancel from Gunderson, who performs this surgery monthly at our local surgery suite and holds consultations at Gunderson Eye Clinic, Waukon. Dr. Cancel is a wonderful addition to our surgery team, and we're so happy he's here. Call us today for more information.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer in both Guttenberg and Monona, a call. You can reach Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. That's 563-252-2471. They can help you and your family be good at life.
During spring and summer, severe weather can strike in a hurry. If you see a power line on the ground, stay away, keep others away, and call your electric utility. If there's a downed power line due to an accident, stay inside your vehicle until the utility arrives and de-energizes the line. Learn what to do if you see a downed power line. Doing the right thing could save your life. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Tiger Hawk Eagles Softball is brought to you in part by Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Ground Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader, and Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. We continue the On Deck show for today's ball game. We're joined by Clayton Ridge softball coach Brooke Crary. Coach, our team now 5-7, 4-3 in the conference. Dropped a non-conference game Friday to Maquoketa Valley, 10-0. Tell me about that game.
It was a good game overall. Mac Valley just got on the bats really strong, and we're hitting our spots a little bit. Offensively, we got on the bats a little bit. Obviously, we could have been a little bit better, but it went overall pretty good. Just Mac Valley just came out on top with the bats.
All right, let's talk about your team offensively. This is a team with a lot of youth, but a number of contributors. Let's talk about who's contributing for you guys offensively.
So contributing offensively for us, we got Lola Reimer, senior at first base. She is coming in clutch with us with the scoops and everything. And then we have Audrey Ostrander, who's also a senior out in center field, and Alyssa Sotawasser out in left field, who's a junior, and they are contributing to our outfield immensely and getting those balls in for us right away. And then we also have Sophia Chumler, who's an 8th grader, stepping up and playing in her first varsity season ever and has really proven how good she's been getting.
All right, and obviously you're Amira Millard behind the plate, one of your leaders.
Yes, she's being amazing back there, being a wall and stopping all those balls and getting those amazing throws down to second base as well.
All right, let's talk about pitching-wise. Who do you look to throw in game number 1 today?
We are looking to throw Carly Willie. She's a junior. She's been starting a lot of games for us out there on the mound and really holding us to pitching really well. So she has a lot of strikeouts and everything. All
right, now let's talk about North Fayette Valley. What do you know about the Tiger Hawks?
I know they are good on the bats. They're going to come out swinging right away. Their defense, they get on the defense really well. They have limited errors, and I know they're going to hold us to it really well. And their pitching is pretty good, too, so we got to make sure we get on the bats right away and get those bats moving.
All right, some of the other keys in the ball game for Clayton Ridge. What else do you want to see?
Just good communication overall, and just want these girls to have fun and enjoy the season the rest of the time we have left.
And speaking of that, do you like the progress your team has made so far this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think the girls are doing pretty good, and they are holding each other accountable and doing really good, and I think the season is going pretty well for us.
All right, good luck to you in this ball game today, Coach. We'll look forward to talking to you afterwards.
All righty, thank you.
Yes, Clayton Ridge softball coach Brooke Crary on our Eagle team. The On Deck show continues after this.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader, or call 563-245-2366.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Tiger Hawk Eagles softball is brought to you in part by LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barons, along with Coach Mike Sass. We welcome you to Clayton Ridge, Garnavillo, Iowa, at the softball field in our Iowa Conference matchup tonight with North Fayette Valley and Clayton Ridge. We're joined by the Tiger Hawk team. That is a game, well, a little more than a game off of first place. Kehigh's 10-0, North Fayette Valley 7-1. Kehigh has obviously played more games against a Clayton Ridge team 4-3, trying to stay on the winning side in the conference.
Yeah, North Fayette Valley's right in there, one back in the loss column, like you said, and Clayton Ridge is kind of battling in that middle pack, trying to get up with those top teams.
And both these teams were canceled in the matchups they were scheduled to play on Monday night, so this is their first game of the week. Both teams played this weekend. North Fayette Valley is 10-13 overall, and again 7-1 in the conference. This is a North Fayette Valley team that is led by the bat of Sarah Dean.
Yeah, she's I know she's top 10 in the state, I believe, in home runs. Can hit the ball really well. High average, high RBI producer, just a really, really good hitter.
Yeah, 484, 12 home runs, 36 RBIs on the season. But as a team, they're batting .302, so they are getting some other production.
Yeah, Hannah Schrader's got a few home runs. I think I saw the Kent girl maybe hit one the other day. We've seen the Batterson girl hit one. So they've got some other bats in their lineup as well. Sarah Dean's kind of the main one there maybe, but she's got a lot of support around her.
All right, Alex Kent will be on the mound. She has done the bulk of the throwing for North Fayette Valley this year. As a matter of fact, has started 15 games, is 8-7 overall. In 83 innings, has allowed 128 hits, 79 earned runs, walked 36, and struck out 56. The ERA, I know it's 6.64, but again, they have played some pretty good conference opponents outside of the conference.
Yeah, I'd like to maybe see a breakdown of what her ERA is in conference compared to out, because they have played some pretty good teams outside of conference. So we saw her against Central, and yeah, she's a good pitcher.
Yeah, 3-12 is what North Fayette Valley is outside of the conference. Meanwhile, for Clayton Ridge, this is a team that's batting .355, as their stats just recently added here. They've got a number of girls that are contributing. One of the more experienced bat for them is Amira Millard. She, again, is batting .344 on the season, leads them RBI-wise with 11.
Yeah, we've seen her for a lot of years now. Solid player, does a really good job behind the plate, hits the ball well, and yeah, they've got a pretty decent offense themselves.
Yeah, and as far as offensively, you have Kira Felder at .355, Carly Willie batting .355, and also you have Lola Reimer as well batting .355, and that's kind of the heart of the lineup for the Eagles.
Yeah, right in that center of that lineup. You need the top couple of girls to get on, and then that heart of the lineup can bat them in.
All right, pitching-wise, they've split the duties, but Carly Willie is their returning arm from a season ago. She is a junior. She has done the bulk of the throwing for them, and again, this will be, I believe, her 9th start of the season. Sophia Chemler has also done some pitching, the young 8th grader for Clayton Ridge, but we will see Carly Willie in this first ball game. And again, just like Kent, I'm not going to hand you a ton of strikeouts here, but I'm going to make you hit the ball and put it into play.
Yeah, and that's kind of what excuse me. That's kind of what I remember about Carly Willie from last year as well. She doesn't walk many people. She's going to make you earn it. She's going to throw a lot of strikes and rely on her defense to get some outs behind her.
As we mentioned, Clayton Ridge is 5-7. They play tomorrow night at Turkey Valley in makeup games. Then they play at Southwind, and then as well they have Postville to close the conference season. So they're trying to finish with a winning record in conference. Meanwhile, for North Fayette Valley, we mentioned Keyhigh's in first, but North Fayette Valley and Southwind each are 7-1 in the conference, and they've already played.
Yeah, so those Keyhigh games are going to be huge. Obviously, maybe you'd say to this point, Keyhigh's maybe just had a little bit easier schedule. Might be why they've got that game up on those other two teams in the loss column there. But it's going to come right down to the end of the season between those three teams.
Yeah, July 2nd is when North Fayette Valley plays Lansing Keyhigh, which could be that night to decide who's going to win the Upper Iowa Conference title. On the baseball side, there's a big matchup going on tonight with MFL Marmac and Southwind playing, and MFL Marmac, they are in first place in the conference with a step over Keyhigh. They play Southwind for 2. They win 2. They control the rest of the conference race.
Yeah, they've taken 2 out of 3 from Keyhigh, who is in second. So if they can sweep Southwind tonight, their path looks pretty good for that conference championship.
All right, speaking of that, the baseball pairings are out. We will see MFL Marmac. We'll also see Clayton Ridge Central on the opening night of the tournament, which is Saturday, July 5th. We'll be over on KCTN FM 100 for those tournament games. As the game number 1, Clayton Ridge Central will play Waukon. Both these games at Monona at 5 o'clock. And the 7 o'clock matchup will feature MFL Marmac versus Postville. And MFL Marmac had quite a night last night against Postville offensively.
Yeah, they've been putting up a lot of runs recently, not just Postville, although they did kind of explode versus Postville, but they've put up a lot of runs versus a lot of teams, and I believe they might play New Hampton tonight, so that might be an interesting game.
Yeah, and New Hampton team that always seems to be around the top 10, and as a matter of fact, reached the state title game a season ago. Let's set the lineup here, as we'll likely get an early start. Let's set the lineup for North Fayette Valley. Katie Batterson, the left fielder, bats leadoff. Carrington Johnson, the shortstop, bats second. Sarah Dean, the catcher, bats third. Alice Kent is the pitcher. She'll bat fourth. Peyton McElreed, the designated player, bats fifth. Hannah Schrader, the first baseman, bats sixth. Lexi McGowan, the center fielder, bats in the number 7 spot. Alice Sass, the right fielder, bats 8th. Lainey Donlin, the second baseman, bats 3rd. And Skylar Yorison is the third baseman. She is the number 10 position there in the lineup for North Fayette Valley. For Clayton Ridge, Bryn Meyer, the right fielder, bats leadoff. Audrey Ostrander, the center fielder, bats second. Carly Willie is the pitcher, batting third. Amira Millard is the catcher. She'll bat cleanup. Sophia Chemler, the shortstop, bats fifth. Lola Reimer, the first baseman, bats 6th. Kira Felder, the second baseman, bats 7th. Emery Ostrander is the designated player. She's in the number 8 spot in the lineup. And the left fielder batting 9th is Alyssa Sodawasser for, once again, Clayton Ridge, with Malia Patino in the number 10 position there. She will play third base. All right, let's talk about keys in this ball game tonight. We figure the ball is going to be put into play. What do you look to see?
Yeah, I think similar to Central last week, North Fayette Valley is probably going to be the favorite tonight, so they want to get off to a hot start, hit the ball hard, hit it well. If you're Clayton Ridge, you want to throw strikes, which Carly Willie usually does. And then just make the plays behind her and see if you can hang around in this one.
And the big thing is going to be defensively. That seems to be the key really for anybody in the Upper Iowa Conference is, can you make the routine plays?
Yeah, if you can play a clean game defensively behind your pitcher, you're going to have a chance to win usually.
And as far as temperature-wise here, the humidity is picked up. We had rain, but the field's in great shape.
Yeah, field looks great. Wind blowing out tonight, so with North Fayette Valley's power, we may see a home run or two from them. It'll be interesting.
And we saw Dean hit a home run a week ago with the wind blowing in over there at Elkader.
Yeah, so she's got the power to do it.
And so, again, that sets the stage for Clayton Ridge and North Fayette Valley. The Eagles wearing their their uniforms that are home and away, pretty much the same. Green tops and bottoms. They've got the Eagles there in white across the front. North Fayette Valley wearing their black bottoms and tops. They have the NFE there on the front of their jerseys. So it will be Clayton Ridge and North Fayette Valley. We'll be back with the opening action coming up here from Garnavillo. You've been listening to the On Deck Show from KEDR Sports.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Attention business owners. Are you tired of monthly fees eating into your profits? Look no further than People State Bank. People State Bank's business checking account has no monthly service charge. Yes, you heard that right, 0 monthly service charges. But that's not all. Enjoy free ATM and debit cards, free online and mobile banking, and free bill pay services. With People State Bank, managing your business finances has never been easier or more affordable. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on unnecessary fees. Switch to People State Bank today and take care of your business finances. People State Bank, member FDIC.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams and enjoy the weather and get your kids' summer checkups with Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Chase Bruner, and Dr. Daphne Hoffler. Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Welcome back to Garnavillo. We'll be back with the first pitch coming up in just a couple of minutes. They actually had some ball game today, and now they've got that taken care of. They're just getting to the starting lineup. So it's not an early start for us today, which is a rarity.
Yeah, we thought maybe we would, but they're taking their time a little bit with the lineups, giving the girls some recognition. That's always a good thing, too.
All right, so for North Fayette Valley, Katie Batterson, Carrington Johnson, and Sarah Dean will lead things off in the top of the first inning. It allows us to set up how Clayton Ridge is defensively. Alyssa Sodawasser in left field, Audrey Ostrander in center field, Bryn Meyer is in right field. Around the horn defensively, Malia Patino is at third, Sophia Chemler is the shortstop, Kira Felder is at second base, Lola Reimer the first baseman, Amira Millard is the catcher, and Carly Willie is on the mound. A Clayton Ridge team no longer young.
No, they've got quite a few juniors and seniors on this team. The one 8th grader, as we talked about a little bit ago, the Chemler at shortstop batting 5th, so I'm excited to see her. She must have some good talent to be an 8th grader in those positions.
Does a little throwing for them as well. Coach Brooke Crary in her first year as head coach for North Fayette Valley. Bailey Shirley now has been involved with the North Fayette Valley program for a handful of years and more. And this is a team that is Class 3A, so They're trying to up their record for the postseason tournament. They'd love to avoid a third straight trip to Dubuque-Wahlert.
Yeah, Wallert's kind of got a machine going there, so yeah, they want to avoid that trip if they can. We saw that last year. They're an impressive team, and I think they brought quite a few of those girls back.
Yeah, they are the top-ranked team in Class 3A. Meanwhile, for Clayton Ridge, they will be in Class 1A, I believe, for the softball tournament. And last year they got matched up with Starmont the opening round, but the team to keep an eye on in Class 1A, obviously Edco. They're now ranked 9th.
Yeah, Edco's having an outstanding season again. They've had it rolling there for a few years now, and they're going to be exciting to watch in the postseason.
All right, we'll take a break. We promise first pitch coming up next from Garnavillo here on KEDR.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now. Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping in to Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel garage doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
Tiger Hawk Eagle Softball is brought to you in part by Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. Bacon Concrete in Postville, Furniture Showcase and Old Wine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. And Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. You're listening to High School Softball on KEDR AM 1400 and FM 96.7. Welcome back to Garnavillo, ready to go here with our first pitch, running a few minutes late, but that's all right. It's a beautiful night for ball. The sun has made its way out here, and again, we've got some wind blowing, so that's the good news. Humidity, obviously it's high, but the temperature not as bad as it was this past weekend.
Yeah, this weekend was brutal, but like you said, that humidity makes it feel hotter, so those girls, I'm sure, are warm out there, too.
And, of course, Clayton Ridge played Friday night in that heat against Maquoketa Valley, dropped that decision, and North Fayette Valley played Friday and Saturday, 2 games each day as part of the West Delaware tournament. So we're ready to go here with Batterson, Johnson, and Dean set to lead things off here in the top of inning number 1. And a nice crowd on hand for this ball game tonight. We're here basically at the shortstop position, but out in the outfield. We're kind of in the left field area, getting a good look in there to home plate, and we've got some folks that have made their way out to the behind the fence area tonight.
Yeah, a couple of people smart. They brought umbrellas for a little shade out there as well.
And, of course, the bleachers starting to fill up behind the backstop area, and we are ready to go here as Clayton Ridge finishing up their infield for this ball game today. And as far as our broadcast-wise coming up, we'll close the regular season on Monday and then on Wednesday next week here on KEDR, as we'll bring you Monday the Edco Starmont baseball game at Starmont. That's a 5 o'clock start. The on-deck show begins at 4:30. Then Wednesday night, we'll be back over in Elkader, where MFL Marmac and Central will play at Dittmer Field there in Elkader. And that is a 5 o'clock start as well, with the on-deck show starting at 5:30, 4:30 rather, both of those nights on Monday and Wednesday night here on KEDR AM 1400 and FM 96.7. We will then head over to the FM side for tournament time. Those games start a little later, works better.
Yeah, that'll be exciting once those tournament games get going.
So Katie Batterson to lead things off here. Batterson batting .244 on the season, has 11 RBIs from the leadoff spot. First pitch is in the dirt. We are now underway, and the count is 1-0. Speaking of ball, we will have Cubs baseball coming your way tonight on KEDR. We expect to get into the pregame at 6:10. First pitch of that ball game is at 6:45 with the Cubs and Cardinals. So a busy afternoon of ball today on KADR. 1-0 pitch in the dirt, bowled in, and the count is 2-0, falls behind to Batterson.
Yeah, and we talked about how she doesn't walk many people, but she's started behind here with the leadoff hitter.
19 base hits for Batterson this year, 6 of them for extra bases. She has 6 doubles. Willie kind of reworking the mound a little bit to make sure it's more to her liking. So the count is 2-0. 2-1 offering. That pitch is high and away, and the count goes to 3-0. We were talking about these pitchers, that both of them throwing strikes. Willie, in 38 innings, only walking 10, so it's not like she's getting 6 or 7 up walks a game.
Right, she's usually got pretty good control.
3-0 pitch, Batterson takes all the way. It's a called strike on the inside, and the count is 3-1. Willie is not going to overpower you on the mound, but she's going to move things around.
Yep, she'll move it around, change speeds a little bit. Not going to throw it by you often.
3-1 pitch to Batterson. Bouncing ball, shortstop. That is again Chemler fielding it. The throw to first, and Batterson able to leg it out for an infield single. Chemler charged it there, but the ball hits slow. Batterson legs it out for an infield single, and the leadoff runner on.
Yeah, good speed by Batterson. Looked like Chemler maybe couldn't quite get that out of her glove as clean as she wanted, but good speed by Batterson to beat that out.
So Carrington Johnson is up to bat. Willie avoids the walk, but it goes as a leadoff single. Carrington Johnson batting .279, 17 of 61 on the season. Pitch in the dirt. It's knocked away there by Amira Millard at the plate. Has the ball squirt away a foot or two, and that will allow Batterson to advance to second base. So that will go, and it ends up being a pass ball on that play, a rarity against Millard.
Yeah, she's pretty solid behind the plate. You don't see that too often from her.
So Batterson moves into scoring position. The first pitch was a ball to Carrington Johnson, as that pitch was low. Johnson is the shortstop. Willie continuing to work on the mound. And again, they did a great job of getting this field ready for today's game. 1-0 pitch, bouncing ball, and Chemler has it short hopper, scoots by, she picks it up, there is no play. And they're charged on that play. It does keep Batterson at second base, but there's runners on second and first for North Fayette Valley and nobody out.
Yep, and this is what you want if you're North Fayette Valley. You got first 2 batters on with Sarah Dean coming to the plate.
Dean is batting .484, 31 of 64, 12 home runs, 36 RBIs, the left-handed hitter. Takes the first pitch, lifts a high fly ball. This is to center field, and that ball is gone. She did it last week in the first inning. She does it again tonight here in Garnavillo. Dean with her 13th home run, and NFE leads 3-0.
Yeah, there was no doubt about that. She took a nice cut, and once that got up in the air, there was no doubt that was getting out.
So that gives her 39 RBIs on the season. We've seen teams, and Southwind did this, pitch away from her, just intentionally walk her, even if there's somebody on.
Yeah, and that's the tough thing when you get those first 2 on. You don't really want to load the bases for the cleanup hitter, but that might be the best option at this point.
And that was to the deepest part of the park in center field, which is 210, and the wind did not aid that one.
No, and she cleared that center field 210 sign by quite a bit. And there's a taller fence here in Garnavillo as well, so tons of power there from Dean.
So that brings up Alex Kent, the pitcher, who has been given a 3-0 lead. Kent is 21 of 59, batting .356. She does have a home run and 16 RBIs. The left-handed hitter up again. Takes the pitch outside. It's a called strike on the corner. The count is 0-1. Great job here by Amira Millard, bringing the infield in after that home run.
Yeah, she's their leader. She's going to settle everyone down and just kind of reset here. Start over if you're Clayton Ridge.
0-1 the count to Kent. Bouncing ball, this to the right side of the infield, and it's going to take a bad hop and scoop by Felder. It's knocked down by Meyer in right field. Kent gets a bad hop single into right field, and the inning continues for North Fayette Valley with nobody out.
Yeah, just a really tough hop there. Just kind of ate her up on that little short hop.
And you would think that the field would maybe be a little soft. We wouldn't see the bounce up on that, but there was not much Felder could do on that.
Yeah, sometimes, you hit a cleat, the ball hits a cleat mark or something, takes a weird hop. Just a tough break.
I believe Taryn Mosier is our pinch runner coming in for North Fayette Valley. as the courtesy runner, I should say. Peyton McElree, the designated player, is up to bat. McElree is 18 of 35 on this season, so she's batting .514, and just look at the production they're getting in the heart of their lineup. Hannah Schrader's on deck. First pitch there, and that misses away and high, and the count is 1-0.
And that's another reason why, you can't walk Dean. You've got to pitch to her, so she should give a lot of these hitters behind her some credit too.
1-0 the count, and that pitch is inside and low, and the count is 2-0. It is, again, Mosier as the courtesy runner for Kent over at first base. So the count is 2-0 as Willie's fallen behind here. And the 2-0 offering, and that pitch is called strike there. Caught the top part of the strike zone, and it goes to 2 balls and a strike. At first base, Mosier has scored 14 runs on this season, so the good news is she's getting a lot of action as the courtesy runner for the pitcher or catcher. Here's a pop-up. This is to the edge of the infield, and coming in is the center fielder, Ostrander. She catches it near the edge of the infield. It's out number 1. Mosier has to stay there at first base, and for the Eagles, they finally get their first out of the inning.
Yeah, and good job by Ostrander, kind of taking charge there. That was kind of in the Bermuda Triangle. The second baseman was coming back, right fielder's coming over, and she just took charge and made
That's
the
a
play.
case where just go get everything you can.
Absolutely.
That kind of experience, a senior in center field. Hannah Schrader up to bat, batting .403, and she lifts a high line shot into right field. It's over the head and hits the bottom of the fence. It'll be extra bases. Mosier stumbles around second base, but gets to third as the throw comes in. Advancing on the throw will be Schrader, and there's runners on second and third. So because of that, it actually only goes as a single. Schrader advances to second on the throw, but there's runners on second and third with one out on a rope hit by Hannah Schrader.
Yeah, that was a laser. Hit about halfway up on the fence, but I don't know if it was any higher than that the whole way out there.
So Lexi McGowan is up to bat. One out, second and third here for North Fayette Valley. And you notice that Kent and, Dean and Schrader both jumping on the first pitches, the first strike they saw. And they look to square to bunt, but missing it, trying to go down is McGowan, misses it, and the count is 0-1. McGowan batting .246, 15 of 61, has 8 RBIs. And the Tigerhawks may be thinking safety squeeze here.
That's kind of what it looked like, yeah.
They want Clayton Ridge to make the play, then see if they can score Mosier from third. 0-1, she swings away, fouls the ball back, and it goes to 0-2. So they gave it a try and now think better of it.
Yep, now she's got to hit him in here. Grounder to the right side may get it done. Grounder to second should get it done. First base is playing a little bit in.
Yeah, third base they are in, but shortstop is deep for Clayton Ridge, as is second. So they're deep up the middle, conceding the run. 0-2 pitch, late swing, but fouled back. McGowan stays alive with a count at 0-2. So 3-0, North Fayette Valley in the lead. They jumped on Central last week. Won that ball game, 11-1 was it?
I think it was, yeah.
And 10-1, I believe.
That's right.
The new rule took effect.
Yep.
And here's now the 1-2 pitch. Bouncing ball past the third baseman, Patino. It's into left field. It's a base hit. Advancing there on second from the throw to the plate is going to be McGowan. Base hit in an RBI. Schrader goes to third. It is 4-0 North Fayette Valley in the lead.
Yeah, and there's a case where, you had your third baseman in a little bit, try and stop that run, but the ball gets by her on that.
And what happened is Sodawasser came up from left field, threw it all the way to the plate, and that allowed the runner to advance to second base. So that is twice now that the Tigerhawks have been able to take that extra base, and they will. They're an aggressive team. Here's a pass ball in the dirt, scoots by Millard. It's a wild pitch, sliding in head first, but the tag is not there. Is Schrader. Great effort on the slide. She scores on the wild pitch. It is now 5-0 North Fayette Valley in the lead. McGowan advances to third.
Yep, and that's why, they need to hit their cutoff girls a little bit better and hold those runners at first.
Yeah, you're giving up that extra base, and because of that, you've generated another offense for an aggressive team like North Fayette Valley. They are 90 of 93 stolen base-wise this year. Clayton Ridge, not bad. They're 52 of 53. But North Fayette Valley will try to run until you stop them. That's what it is. Alice Sass took the first pitch, 1-0 pitch. It's in the dirt. Good job by Millard knocking it in front. And the count goes to now 2-0. So Sass on the season, 13 of 70, has 10 RBIs, including a double among those hits. And a chance for yet another RBI here. Still one out. Corner stay in for Clayton Ridge. And Sass takes the pitch high, and it goes now here to 3-0, I believe.
3-0, yep. Willie's struggling just a little bit with her control this inning.
And part of that is she's fallen behind on a few hitters, and that has given North Fayette Valley Some good looks to hit. 3-0 offering. Sass likely taking. She is. It's a strike across the inside, and it goes to 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that's the problem with getting behind, especially to those big hitters that NFV has.
5-0. North Fayette Valley in the lead here in the first inning. They have 5 runs on 5 hits. A 3-1 pitch to Sass takes it inside, and it's called strike on the inner part of the strike zone. So a full count now with 1 out.
So good job of Willie by battling back here.
And Lainey Donnelly is the number 9 hitter waiting on deck here in the top of the first inning. 3-2 pitch. Sass hits a slow bouncing ball, almost like a bunt. Fielded by Willie. Her throw to first gets by Reimer. She stretched for it, couldn't reach it. It'll be an error on the throw. Scoring from third is McGowan. And actually now Sass is going to be away from second, head to third. It ends up being an error charged on the play. It is 6-0 North Fayette Valley in the lead and still 1 out.
Yeah, so again, just a swinging bunt. It was going to be a close play at first, but I think they get her with a little bit more accurate throw.
And now Coach Crary takes time for Clayton Ridge to bring in the infield here as Lainey Donnelly, the number 9 hitter, will come up to bat. North Fayette Valley batting around here. It looks like it in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, their Clayton Ridge looks just a little bit rattled right now. They haven't been able to make some of the routine plays, and North Fayette Valley just taking advantage.
We mentioned error-wise, they had 20 errors coming into this ball game in 12 ball games, so averaging less than 2 errors according to the stats. But they have 2 errors here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, that's against one of those top teams in the conference, you can't afford that.
So Lainey Donnelly, the number 9 hitter up to bat, has 4 hits on the season, but 8 RBIs out of those 4 hits. They've, for North Fayette Valley, just trying to figure out that number 9 position there, so they've went with some different looks. Our umpires letting them have a long conversation. And there they go. They finally break things through. And 6-0 is our score. And after that is finally broke at the mound. Usually they put a time limit on that, but Coach Carrere able to talk for a while.
Yeah, I guess if they're not going to break it up, say as much as you can, get your girls calmed down, and try to get this second out here.
So 6-0, still a runner on third. There is still only 1 out, and Donnelly up to bat here, the number 9 hitter for North Fayette Valley. So Willie trying to settle in here as the Eagles trying to get settled down in this ball game as a team. Willie working here to Donnelly. First pitch, it's a line shot off the glove of Reimer. It scoots into right field. Got a hand on it there, a glove on it, but it scoots by her. That's a base hit. It's an RBI. It is now 7-0 North Fayette Valley in the lead.
Yeah, hard hit ball there by Donnelly. Good job of going with the pitch. Like you said, Reimer, good effort there, but just not able to get to it.
And that brings up Katie Batterson. For the second time, the Tiger Hawks do bat around here in the first inning. Batterson singled and scored to start this marathon of an inning for the Tiger Hawks. Runner on first base in Donnelly. Pitch to Batterson. She lives a high pop-up. This will clear the Clayton Ridge dugout up the third base side out of play, and the count is 0-1. So 8 of the 9 Tiger Hawks that batted in the first inning so far have reached. 7 of them have scored.
Yeah, this is a dream start for the Tiger Hawks.
And if you're North Fayette Valley, you stay aggressive, don't you, with Donnelly on the base paths?
I think so. You build as many runs as you can early.
Pitch upstairs. The count is a ball and a strike. It was high. Donnelly showing no signs of running there on that play. Donnelly stolen base-wise this year, 5 of 5. So, again, doesn't get much of a chance to run, but may in this situation. 1-1 pitch, and it's a pop-up over the backstop out of play, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. So Willie, after the timeout, taking to the mound, at least getting ahead on the hitter.
Yeah, and that allows her to move the ball around a little bit more, try and nibble on the corners and things instead of throwing it right down Broad Street.
And again, the count is a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch, it's in the dirt. Miller drops to a knee, able to dig it out. Snap throws it down to the first baseman, Reimer, but Donnelly on top of it and gets back to the bag, standing up. So it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we're evened up with a runner at first base for North Fayette Valley and still 1 out. And reaching for the pitch is Batterson. It is a slow roller fielded by the third baseman, Patino. She goes to second base. They get the force out there. It was her only play. They had no chance to get Batterson, who had an infield single her first at-bat. So they get the out with Donnelly at second base. Covering the bag was Felder, and it's out number 2 for North Fayette Valley.
Yeah, good play. That's like you said, Batterson's got really good speed down the line, kind of a slow, almost swinging bunt again, so they get the lead runner.
Carrington Johnson is at the bat. Bouncing ball. It is fielded by Patino. She goes to third base. They get the force out there. And that does it for North Fayette Valley. But they score 7 runs in the inning. They do it on 6 hits. And they leave 1. We've played 1 half inning. North Fayette Valley 7. Clayton Ridge coming up to bat.
Stop into Nightingale Drug in Guttenberg to find that perfect gift for that special occasion. We have Silver Stars jewelry line, Gans and Carson home decor, Simply Noel purses and bags, Melissa and Doug toys, and baby items. Need that last-minute greeting card? Stop in and see our large selection. We have something for every occasion. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town, family-friendly business, located along Highway 52 in Guttenberg. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
For generations, local farmers have trusted Freedom Bank to provide the financial backing they need to succeed. We have a long tradition of empowering success, and that continues today. We offer competitive financing options at competitive rates, whether for equipment purchases, building construction, land purchases, or operating capital. Visit one of Freedom Bank's experienced ag loan professionals in Elkader, Monona, Postville, and Waukon, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So we go to the bottom of the first inning. Bryn Meyer, Audrey Ostrander, Carly Willie to lead things off here in the bottom of the first inning. For North Fayette Valley defensively, Katie Batterson is in left field, Lexi McGowan in center, Alice Sass is in right field. The first pitch to the left-handed hitting Meyer is a ball, and the count is 1-0. Skylar Yorison at third base, Carrington Johnson at shortstop. The second baseman, Lainey Donnelly, Hannah Schrader is at first base, Sarah Dean is the catcher, and the pitcher once again is Alex Kent. That pitch is outside, and the count goes to 2-0. So Meyer leads things off, 12 of 36 on the season. Has a couple of doubles, 3 of them, including a triple, but a left-handed quick bat for Clayton Ridge to lead things off as they look to get going offensively. 2-0 pitch, it's high, and the count goes to 3-0. And if you are Kent, you don't want to do this with a 7-0 lead.
Right, and sometimes that can be tough. You're in that dugout for a long time. That first inning, you haven't even thrown a pitch yet, so she's got to get focused here.
3-0, she'll try to work back. 3-0 pitch, that is outside. It is ball number 4. So gives up, again, a leadoff walk in the bottom of the first inning and brings up Audrey Ostrander. If you're the Eagles, you chip away.
Yeah, that's all you can do right now. Send as many to the plate as you can and get a few runs and try to make this a game again.
So the leadoff runner on, and the first pitch to Ostrander, that pitch misses, and the count is 1-0. Our umpires for tonight's ball game, Rick Meisner is on the base path. Jim Hammerin is the home plate umpire for game number 1 today. They'll switch for game number 2. And they'll work here now to Ostrander after the leadoff walk. Ostrander, senior, takes the pitch, lifts a pop-up. Giving it a look is Dean, but that'll make it over the backstop. The count is now a ball and a strike. Ostrander batting .448, 13 of 29 on the season, 9 of 10 stolen base-wise. So plays with basically the left hamstring taped up is what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a little tightness in that left hamstring.
So the count is a ball and a strike. 1-1 pitch. It's high and away. The count is 2-1. We mentioned the Eagles going to be an aggressive team on the base paths. I don't know, down 7-0.
Yeah, down 7-0. Sarah Dean's got a very good arm behind the plate too. I think now is probably not the time to run.
And again, the count is 2-1. 2-1 pitch to Ostrander. High fly ball. This is to left field. Going back and giving chase is going to be Batterson. It is over her head, over the fence. It is gone. A 2-run home run to left field. Audrey Ostrander with her first home run of the season. And the Eagles strike back. 7-2 our score.
Yeah, she put a charge into that thing as well. Like we talked about, the wind is blowing out tonight. And I said I'd be surprised if we didn't see a home run. We've seen 2 already in the first inning.
Hit the top of our canopy for this setup tonight. Good thing we set that up. We maybe had a chance to get dunked by that one.
Yeah, I was going to try and catch it, but no chance with our canopy.
Patterson gave it a look, brought herself back to the fence, but it was gone. So 2 batters have reached and scored. Carly Willie And now up to bat, Willie batting .355 on the season with a double. Clayton Ridge, even if you come up empty the rest of this inning, this is a good answer.
Yeah, they needed at least a run or two, and they got that already. So successful bottom of the first, as unsuccessful as the top was.
So, and taking the pitch outside is Willie, and the count is 0-1. So after falling behind to the first two hitters, Kent gets ahead here now on Willie. So 0-1 pitch. Willie hits a bouncing ball, slow roller, fielded by the third baseman. That is Urison. Nice throw to the first baseman, Schrader. Stays high, catches it on the line drive throw. Willie bounces out to third for out number 1.
Yeah, nice play there by Urison at third. Charged that thing hard, got rid of it quick to easily get that out at first.
Amira Millard, the cleanup hitter for Clayton Ridge. Finally a senior. You know, we say that because she's one of those kids that has played 5 years.
Yeah, her and Ostrander seem like they've been here a long time, and they have, and they've had nice careers.
Yeah, Reimer too in that group. Yep. And that ball's lined to the third baseman, Urison. It kind of fades, but able to go down is Urison, catch it about waist level, and Millard lines out softly to third base for out number 2.
Yeah, I think off the end of the bat there, kind of knuckled, but good job by Urison to stay with it.
So that brings up Sophia Chemler, the shortstop, the number 5 hitter in the lineup, an 8th grader for Clayton Ridge. Takes the first pitch, it's a strike. The count is 0-1. Chemler having a good year for a youngster. .344 is what she's batting. And again, batting 5th as an 8th grader.
Yeah, it's impressive to hit that high as an 8th grader.
0-1 is the count. 0-1 offering, taking a strike there on the outside is Chemler. And the count goes to 0-2. So some fireworks here offensively. 2 home runs in the first inning, 1 for each team.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch.
And Chemler awaits the 0-2 pitch from Kent. 0-2 offering, hits that one foul up the fence on the first base side, and the count is 0-2. Kent was working her inside there. That's all that Chemler could do to foul that off.
Yeah, good job staying alive, fighting off those tough pitches.
And we mentioned a beautiful day here for ball, as it turns out. The baseball team for Clayton Ridge Central is on the road tonight in conference play. And 0-2 is the count here to Chemler. 0-2 pitch, takes it outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. You see Kent kind of leaning, hoping to get that call. Just pushed it too far outside.
Yeah, good spot for that. See if you can get that call in that low outside corner, and Chemler doing a good job laying off it.
A ball and 2 strikes. And Kent, again, trying to get out of the inning after that 2-run home run. 1-2 pitch, it's low, and the count goes to 2-2. So Kent, we saw her very solid a week ago against Central.
Yeah, I thought she pitched really well in that Central game.
Held them to 1 run. She's given up 2 here in the bottom of the first inning. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Chemler. So the 2-2 offering and swinging through the inside pitch is Chemler. Strikeout number 1 recorded by Kent, and that does it for Clayton Ridge in the bottom of the first inning. But they answer. 2 runs, 2 hits. They leave nobody. We've played 1. 7-2 and a V in the lead.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Tiger Hawk Eagles Softball is brought to you in part by Bank First in West Union, helping you save time and money. Member FDIC, West Union Motor Sales and Service, Gunderson Palmer Lutheran Hospital and Clinics, Morris Funeral Home in Guttenberg and Garnavillo, Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg, Agent Lanny Keel, your New York Life agent in Garnavillo, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, and Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. We go to the top of the second inning. It is 7-2. North Fayette Valley in the lead. They'll bring up 3, 4, and 5. Sarah Dean, Alex Kent, and Peyton McElry to lead things off here in the top of the second inning. Dean started the scoring for North Fayette Valley, hitting a 3-run home run in the first inning, and she drove in 3, obviously, on that one. And the good news is for Clayton Ridge, she comes up and the bases are empty, but she is the leadoff hitter here in the second.
Yeah, in this game, probably not, but you wonder if it's a close game or tournament time in this situation if you just wouldn't walk her. Seems strange being the leadoff hitter, but with her power and ability to score a run on a single hit, it might not be the worst idea.
And I think that's what some teams have kind of starting to lean into a little bit. First pitch there, and she hits a bouncing ball. That's to the shortstop, Chemler, bobbles it, recovers, the throw to first, and it is just in time. So they got her on the first pitch and a ground out to short. Chemler able to at least stop it, but it stayed close enough. Made a nice throw to the first baseman, Reimer. It's 1 up and 1 down here in the second.
Yeah, good play by Chemler there. Didn't field it clean, but knocked it straight down and picked it up, threw a strike to first base.
Alex Kent again up to bat, another left-handed bat after Dean. Kent singled and scored. Mosier scored. She hits it off the end of the bats right to Coach Shirley in the third base box, and the count is 0-1. So the leadoff hitter retired in the top of the second inning, and Dean was looking for the first pitch once again, but Willie worked her low and away and won that battle. There's some action in the Clayton Ridge bullpen, by the way, as that ball fouled back by Kent. The count is 0-2. And Chemler, who has done some pitching this year, is the shortstop. And those are the only two pitchers, according to the stats, that have made an appearance this year.
Yeah, it's a lefty, and we can tell that.
And we'll try to find out
a number
who that is. The 0-2 pitch, swinging through the outside pitch is Kent. First strikeout for Willie. And after a rough first inning, back-to-back outs here in the second.
Yeah, now they look great here in the second. Good job by Willie. First of all, staying low and away on Dean, not letting her allowing her to pull one, and good job getting the strikeout on Kent.
Peyton McElry is up to bat, flew out to center field, takes the pitch downstairs. The count is 0-1. So it is number 1 that is down there in the bullpen for Clayton Ridge, and that will be Emery Ostrander. And so maybe the left-hander there, maybe loosening up just in case they get into any more trouble here. And the 0-1 pitch, and that ball's lined into center field. Solid base hit. Ostrander picks it up in center field, quickly gets it back into the infield, and a 2-out base runner for North Fayette Valley. McElry. Now every position player in the lineup has reached base for North Fayette Valley. McElry now with a single.
Yeah, she was the only one that did in that first inning, but good solid hit right back up the box in the second inning here.
Hannah Schrader had a double, drove in RBI in the inning, and takes the first pitch high and inside. The count is 1-0. That's one thing about North Fayette Valley, not a lot of room to relax in the lineup, is there?
No, you can't relax anywhere. We saw that in that first inning.
1-0 pitch, and here's a high fly ball, and this is gone. This is to straightaway center field, and it hits the trees on a bounce in deep center field. A 2-run blast, and I mean a blast hit by Schrader. Her 4th home run of the season, and it's 9-2 NFV in the lead.
Yeah, that's out on a 250-foot field, I think. It almost got into the short hop the trees, I believe, or maybe even into the bottom of the trees.
One hop the trees, which again, at least 50 feet, if not more.
Yeah.
And not very often that you say you might lose that softball in a home run, but you might lose that one into the forest.
Yeah, that was deep in there. That was a deep shot by Schrader.
Lexi McGowan is up to bat, took the first pitch for a ball. The count is 1-0. So here is now the 1-0 pitch to McGowan. Bouncing ball. Shortstop Chemler threw her legs into center field. It'll be an error. So the inning continues with 2 outs. A 2-out base runner for North Fayette Valley. Now up 9-2. And Alice Sass, the right fielder, is up to bat. Sass was safe on an error, but drove in a run, credited with an RBI as part of that first inning for North Fayette Valley when they scored 7 runs.
Yeah, she kind of had that swinging bunt in that first inning.
And the pitch to Sass, bouncing ball, third baseman, fielding it there is Patino. She goes to second base, and just out sliding in was McGowan, out on the force out at second. But for North Fayette Valley, they respond. 2 runs in the inning, 2 hits in error, they leave 1. We've played an inning and a half, 9-2 now, NFV in the lead. Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owners Brian Bugenhagen and Michael Beck, along with their staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season. Now in the bottom of the second inning, 9-2, North Fayette Valley in the lead. Lola Reimer, Kira Felder, Emery Ostrander to lead things off. That is 6, 7, and 8 in the Clayton Ridge lineup. First pitch from Alex Kent, hit to Reimer there, hits a high fly ball. This is shallow center field, but coming in on the run is McGowan, gets underneath it. Reimer on the first pitch flies out to center field for out number 1, and Reimer having a great senior season, batting .355 before that flyout.
Yeah, just got under that one a little bit. Maybe she was trying to join the home run parade too, get it up in this win. But,
that home run by Schrader may have been the longest home run I've ever seen in a softball game.
Yeah, that was deep.
Felder, first pitch, pops it up. This is to left field. Batterson moves a couple of steps to her left, gets underneath it. 2 pitches and 2 flyouts for the second out here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, we're looking for a super efficient inning here from Kent.
Emery Ostrander up to bat. So Felder, again, we talked about Clayton Ridge hitting the ball well. Another one of those .355 hitters, but now the left-handed hitter, Emery Ostrander, is up to bat. First pitch takes it inside. The count is 1-0. Emery Ostrander has actually 9 at-bats, so has worked her way into the lineup. Alyssa Sodawasser, the number 9 hitter, is on deck, which for the Eagles, it feels like they can give them a second leadoff hitter. And the 1-0 pitch, it's high, and the count goes to 2-0. Well, this is what you wanted from Kent. This is how she did not answer in the first inning, but 2 quick outs here in the second.
Yeah, after those first 2 batters, she's done a really nice job in the circle there.
So 2-0 falls behind on Ostrander, and Kent sets back on the mound. 2-0 offering, and the pitch to Ostrander is a strike on the outside. The count goes to 2-1. Eagles trying their goal to finish in that top half of the conference. Again, 4-3. They've got 9 conference games yet to play. They'll have 7 after tonight. North Fayette Valley trying to keep their conference title hopes alive. 2-1 pitch, it's high. The count goes to 3-1. NFE was the conference champion 2 years ago. South Wind went undefeated to win the conference title last year. So North Fayette Valley has been in the mix the last couple of years. I believe the Tiger Hawks ended up being the runner-up team last year in the conference.
Yeah, those top 3, I think, have kind of been there the last 3 seasons.
3-1 is the count. 3-1 offering. It is high. It is ball number 4. That's the first walk issued by Kent and a 2-out base runner for Clayton Ridge. Brings up Alyssa Sodawasser now, the number 9 hitter and the left fielder. Sodawasser, 8 base hits on this season, batting .286, 8 out of 28. And again, has some pretty good speed as she is perfect stealing-wise, 9 of 9. First pitch there, lines that ball foul down the left field line. Lined it and missed by about 3 feet down the left field line. Turned early on that one. The count is 0-1.
Yeah, really good solid contact there. She roped that thing just a little bit foul.
So the ball continuing to be put into play hard by really both these teams so far early in this ball game. But the pitchers doing their job for the most part, with the exception of that first walk issued on that last batter. 0-1 pitch, it's outside, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. Evened up at 1-1. Again, Ostrander has only attempted 1 steal this year. She's 1 for 1. But this is what we talked about earlier. You're down by 7 runs. You don't want to run yourself into any easy out on the base paths, and one of the better catchers in Dean behind the plate. 1-1 pitch to Sodawasser, bouncing ball, shortstop fielding it to the right is Johnson. She'll go to second base there to Donnelly for the force out. Ostrander retired there, and that does it for Clayton Ridge. No runs, no hits, they leave 1. We've played 2, and it's 9-2, NFV in the lead.
We are happy to announce we are once again performing cataract surgery right here at home. This is Jessica Jones, surgery supervisor. We welcome Dr. Cancel from Gunderson, who performs this surgery monthly at our local surgery suite and holds consultations at Gunderson Eye Clinic, Waukon. Dr. Cancel is a wonderful addition to our surgery team, and we're so happy he's here. Call us today for more information.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
Tiger Hawk Eagles softball is brought to you in part by Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Ground Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Gothenburg and Elkader, and Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Go to the top of the fourth inning. Lainey Donnelly, the number 9 hitter. Katie Batterson, then Carrington Johnson at the top of the lineup up to bat. First pitch is a bouncing ball, and it handcuffs the third baseman Patino. It'll scoot by her. A tough air charged on the play as it came up there on her, and that will bring up a base runner for North Fayette Valley and bring up Katie Batterson up to bat.
Yeah, really hard hit ball there. Tough play, but again, you're in front of it. It's one you got to make as a varsity softball player.
And remember, at third base, you're still close, but the key is knocking it down if you can and keep it in front.
Right, just knock that thing down. You're going to have time to make that throw. You don't necessarily always have to field it cleanly over there.
So there'll be a pinch runner brought in for Donnelly here. This is not a courtesy runner. This is a pinch runner entering the game for North Fayette Valley, and we'll try to let you know who that is. But Katie Batterson is up to bat now. Batterson is 1 for 2. And this is the third inning that their leadoff hitter has reached the plate as she singled and scored in the first inning. Also there, hit into a fielder's choice. So takes the first pitch. Let's say pop up this in the infield. Willie in the circle, calls for it, reaches back just outside of the circle and makes the play. So got the first pitch pop out back to the mound, and it's out number 1 here in the third. And again, the runner stays at first for North Fayette Valley.
Yeah, big out there for the Eagles. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's good efficiency again by Willie.
And we'll try to let you know who that runner is for North Fayette Valley at first base. Carrington Johnson up to bat, takes the pitch inside. The count is 1-0. And Johnson is 0 for 2, but reached base twice. Was safe on an air and scored, and hit into a fielder's choice. 1-0 is the count. Sarah Dean waiting on deck for North Fayette Valley. Pitch there, and it's a pop-up in the infield. Shortstop Chemler, and now the second baseman calls her off in Felder, who makes the play in front of second base. Back-to-back pop-outs, and out number 2 here now in the third inning.
Yeah, good job again by Willie, getting an infield pop-out there, and good communication by the Eagles as well. I saw both girls calling for it, but the second baseman kind of took charge there.
So Sarah Dean is up to bat. Dean again 1 for 2 with a 3-run blast in the first, bounced out to short. First pitch takes it outside. The count is 0-1. That was the pitch that she bounced out to shortstop her last at-bat, that low and away pitch.
Yeah, and I think that's where you want to keep it if you're Carly Willie. Don't give her anything in the middle half.
After the leadoff error, 2 quick outs. Pitch is upstairs, and the count goes to 1-1. Still trying to figure out who that is. It may be Addie Thompson at first base for North Fayette Valley. We'll try to double check that.
I think we did see her run last week.
And the pitch in the dirt scoots by. That will allow the runner to advance to second base there. She slides in safe anyway, but a runner in scoring position now. And 3-0 is the count to Dean. And at this point, I think you just issue her a walk, don't you?
Yeah, it's 2-1, I believe. But still, with first base open, I think definitely don't give her anything in the middle of the plate.
First pitch was called for a strike. That pitch is downstairs. The count is now 3-1.
Yeah, and
Aaliyah Ward, by the way, is who that is.
Yeah, I think you just try and hit that low and away corner, and if you don't hit it, give her first base. If you do, then great.
Especially with first base open here.
Yep.
And 3-1, looking at a great count. 3-1 pitch, lifts a high fly ball. This is to right center field. Backpedaling is Ostrander. It hits the bottom of the fence. It's going to be extra bases. Scoring from second is Ward. Into second base with a double is once again Dean. It is now 10-2. North Fayette Valley in the lead.
Yeah, and I think she missed her spot. That was definitely up in the middle of the zone, and Dean almost got another one there.
Yeah, about a quarter of the way up the fence is where it hit, and that brings up Alex Kent, who is 1 for 2 with a single and scored, and also bounced back to the mound. And actually, it was Mosier who came in as the courtesy runner. That first pitch was a strike. The count is 0-1. So Dean is at second base, her second extra base hit. Here's a pitch in the dirt, and the count goes to 1-1. Just missing a home run After hitting a 3-run shot in the first, she now has 4 RBIs.
Yeah, that one wasn't, hit especially hard, but with the wind blowing out, it had a chance.
And again, they work to Kent. Kent takes the pitch outside. The count is, again, now 2 balls and a strike. So an interesting decision to pitch to her because that's what you feared. She'd hit the ball someplace and bring in a run.
Yeah, I think I think Carly Willie missed her spot there.
And 2-1 to Kent. 2-1 pitch, and she fits that one. That's into right field, and that ball on the run. Making the play is Meyer. Great job closing the gap and able to track it down in shallow right field for the 3rd out of the inning. But for North Fayette Valley, 1 run, a hit. Helped out by an error. They leave 1. It's now 10-2 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle, or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk On.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer in both Guttenberg and Monona, a call. You can reach Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. That's 563-252-2471. They can help you and your family be good at life.
During spring and summer, severe weather can strike in a hurry. If you see a power line on the ground, stay away, keep others away, and call your electric utility. If there's a downed power line due to an accident, stay inside your vehicle until the utility arrives and de-energizes the line. Learn what to do if you see a downed power line. Doing the right thing could save your life. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Now in the bottom of the 3rd, Bryn Meyer, Audrey Ostrander, Carly Willie, top of the lineup to lead things off here for the Eagles. In the bottom of the 3rd inning for North Fayette Valley, 10 runs so far, 9 hits, no errors. For Clayton Ridge, 2 runs, 2 hits. They've committed 4 errors through their first 3 innings defensively. First pitch, swinging through the outside pitch is Meyer, and the count is 0-1. Meyer singled and scored as home runs in this ball game accumulating for both these teams. North Fayette Valley, 5 of their 10 runs driven in by home runs, and Clayton Ridge had a 2-run shot in the first. Left-handed hitting Meyer takes the pitch outside away, and it goes to a ball and a strike.
Yeah, so we've seen 3 home runs and 2 balls hit off the fence as well. So there's been some deep shots tonight.
And this ballpark, similar to every other ballpark around here, most of them are the same. 180 to right field lines and 210 to straightaway center field. As the 1-1 pitch is outside, the count is 2-1. Of course, the rule in softball that changed for this year, which we just learned last week, is they play a 10-run rule in 3 and an 8-run rule in 5 innings, which falls more in line with the college way. 2-1 pitch misses away, and the count goes to 3-1. She's worked her continuously outside.
Yeah, trying to stay away from the lefty here, Bryn Meyer.
So 3-1, as the leadoff hitter has already reached once for Clayton Ridge. 3-1 is the count. Kent again gets set, and the 3-1 pitch, it is low, it is outside, it is ball number 4. That's the second walk issued by Kent. Leadoff runner on here for Clayton Ridge in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, good job by Meyer getting on base. Ostrander homered last time. Let's see what she can do this time.
Audrey Ostrander with that 2-run shot. That's Clayton Ridge scoring so far. There's nobody out and a runner at first base with Meyer. An 8-run lead for North Fayette Valley right now in the bottom of the 3rd. Kent delivers the pitch. Ostrander takes a healthy cut, but also pulled the head on that one. Did not get to the low pitch. The count is 0-1.
Yeah, I think she was thinking about that second home run there as well.
And that ball kept down in the strike zone by Kent, who I think that's probably how they'll work Ostrander here. Make her hit it through you instead of over the top. And a change up outside. Ostrander swings right through it, and the count is 0-2. A little off speed from Kent.
Yeah, good job throwing that change up outside. Ostrander way in front of it.
So ahead in the count, Meyer over at first base showing no signs of going. With the Eagles down by 8 runs, you expect them to play more station to station. And the 0-2 pitch to Ostrander takes it inside, just misses, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Not a bad location by Kent.
Yeah, Kent's doing a nice job changing speeds, inside, outside, moving the ball around, trying to keep the batters off balance here.
So 0-2, back ahead on the count. And Kent sets back on the hill once again. It's the same deliberate approach. 0-2 pitch, and Ostrander swings right through it. Worked her away, and Lowe could not get to it. It's out number 1. It's strikeout number 2, recorded by Kent.
Yeah, that off-speed pitch away really had Ostrander fooled a couple times on that at-bat.
Brings up Carly Willie, the pitcher. Willie is 0 for 1, bounced out to third. Meyer over at first base with 1 out. And working here, again, Kent, after getting Ostrander on the strikeout, pitch at the knees inside. The count is 0-1. Believe it or not, these pitchers, very similar.
Yeah. Kent maybe throws just a little bit harder, but very, very similar, kind of moving the ball around, changing speeds, trying to keep batters off balance.
And again, not going to overpower you with 12 or 13 strikeouts in a 7-inning game. 0-1 pitch, reaching for the outside pitches. Willie did not get to it. They snap throw down to first base. Sliding back in there is Meyer. Dean with a nice throw down to Schrader at first base, but Meyer on her toes gets back to first as she's able to dive back in.
Yeah, if you fall asleep as a base runner over there, Dean's going to catch you.
0-2 is the count now to Willie. And the 0-2 offering, and it's a bouncing ball. Shortstop, that is Johnson. She'll go to second base for 1. They get the out there. The double play turn, and they turn it. It's 6-4-3. Willie bounces into a double play, and that does it for the Eagles in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits. They leave nobody. We go to the top of the fourth. 10-2, NFV in the lead.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular, security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Tiger Hawk Eagles softball is brought to you in part by LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. So we go here now into the top of the fourth inning. It'll be Peyton McElry, Hannah Schrader, Alexi McGowan to lead things off in the top of the fourth. 10-2, North Fayette Valley in the lead. They have scored each and every inning. 7 runs in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Eagles hit a home run in the bottom of the first inning to give them their 2 runs. North Fayette Valley has hit 2 home runs, a 3-run shot by Sarah Dean, a 2-run shot by Hannah Schrader. McElry is 1 for 2, flew out to center field, singled and scored. And back in the second inning, and she scored on Schrader's home run. So now in the top of the fourth, in a ball game that has certainly moved along, despite the fact there's been a bunch of scoring so far. And the first pitch there is a ball, I believe, outside, and the count goes to 1-0. I didn't get a good look at the pitch, so I'm guessing.
Yep, kind of bounced in there, actually a little low.
And that's the only bad thing. We're kind of blocked, at least at this at-bat, by Sodawasser, the left fielder. And here's a slow bouncing ball. Unable to get to it is Patino. Hit between short and third. That'll be the second base hit for McElry. Leadoff single here in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, good job by McElry, just kind of placing the ball there where nobody is.
Hannah Schrader is up to bat. She has 2 hits in this ball game. A double to drive in a run, a 2-run home run. Her double came in the first inning, and her 2-run home run came in the second inning, and time taken. And how about this for service? Coach Shirley ties the shoe of Hannah Schrader.
Yeah, how does she get that service?
And, well, she's got the batting gloves on, I think.
That's true. And it's hard, if you hit it as hard as Hannah Schrader does, you deserve some of that, too.
So Schrader up to bat with a runner at first base. And Willie delivers the first pitch to Schrader, hits a bouncing ball foul, hit her in the leg. I believe our umpire calls it foul finally there. Yeah, Schrader trying to gimp her way down to first base there, and she'll go back, and the count is 0-1. Hit that off what looked like the inside there of the foot.
Yeah, she was, you could tell right away she came out of the box a little gimpy, so it definitely hit her somewhere in the leg there.
So we'll go back reset. Schrader's all right as she was able to move back to the batter's box, look to get stronger, and the count is 0-1. 0-1 pitch to Schrader, and she lifts a fly ball. This is to right field, directly at Meyer, who takes a step in, camps underneath it, makes the play. They retire Schrader for the first time in this game, and McElray stays at first base.
Yeah, just a nice, easy fly out to right field there. Easy out for the Eagles there.
Lexi McGowan is up to bat. McGowan is 1 for 2. Singled in a run in the first inning, safe on an error. She has reached base twice. McGowan at first base. Let's see if the Tiger Hawks, we mentioned they're an aggressive team as there is, especially in the conference. Even though they're up by 8 runs here, I think you continue to stay aggressive on the base paths.
Yeah, and you always want to try and end the game early if you can. So if they can get a couple more runs here, you never know.
Ball bounces to the plate. It's picked up by Miller, who slams it, throws it to first base quickly to Reimer there, who put in the tag, but back in standing up as McElray to first base.
Yeah, we've got 2 really good catchers in this game tonight.
And again, they've played each of them for all their career. And this ball looped into center field. It's a base hit. Ostrander fields it. She'll get it into the infield. It's a base hit. McElray goes to second. They're second and first right now with 1 out for North Fayette Valley. Alice Sass is up to bat.
Yeah, neither hit hits extremely hard this inning, but they're just kind of finding the green spots, finding the gaps.
Sass is 0 for 2, but she's been on base twice. Safe on an error and scored. Drove in a run there, and safe on a fielder's choice. Takes the pitch inside. The count is 1-0. So 1 out. The Eagles know they cannot let these runners score for North Fayette Valley because that would make it a 10-run game, and then they'd be forced to score in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch there, and Sass lifts a high fly ball right center field. That's Ostrander. She'll move towards the alley, get underneath it, makes the play. Sass flies out to right field, and it's out number 2. Lainey Donley is now up to bat. Donley is 1 for 2. Singled in a run in the first inning, safe on an error. So the Eagles, and out away from getting out of the top of the 4th inning, and they'll try to work their way back from a 10-2 deficit.
Yeah, be the first innings. They don't allow the Tiger Hawks to score, so that's what they're aiming for.
Second and first, pitch to Donley, takes it inside, and the count goes to 1-0. You've got McElray at second base, and on a delay steal, everybody moves up. The throw came back, got by Willie at the mound, and North Fayette Valley runs a double steal, moving runners to second and third now with 2 outs.
Yeah, now they've got both of them in scoring position.
So Donley here awaits the 1-0 pitch, takes it, it's a strike on the inside, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. Nice breeze blowing in this ball game tonight. It is blowing out towards center field. And the home runs we've seen, I don't think were really aided that much.
No.
1-1 pitch. Here's a pop-up. Shortstop diving for it is going to be Chemler. Did she make the play? She does. Diving for it forward. Catches the soft line out for the 3rd out of the inning. So for North Fayette Valley, no runs, 2 hits. They strand 2 in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 10-2 and a V in the lead.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader, or call 563-245-2366.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Heading now to the bottom of the 4th, Amira Millard, Sophia Chemler, and Lola Reimer to lead things off in the bottom of the 4th inning with North Fayette Valley up 10-2. Chemler made a great play at shortstop there.
Yeah, good effort. I don't think she read the ball off the bat real well, but made up for it with a great effort.
Millard lined out to third her last at-bat, 0 for 1, takes the pitch outside. The count is 1-0. So we're guaranteed going 5 innings in this ball game as North Fayette Valley retired for the first time without scoring in the top of the 4th inning. First time they did not score a run in this ball game. And the Eagles will try to work their way back from an 8-run deficit. Miller takes the pitch inside. It's a called strike. And the count goes to 1-1. Eagles' first two batters reached in this ball game, and that is where their two hits are from. And they haven't had a hit since. Had a couple of base runners due to walks, but otherwise they only have two hits in the bottom of the fourth inning. And the 1-1 pitch to Ostrander slams that one up against the backstop, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, real good cut there by Millard. Just not quite able to square it up.
Yeah, last time she lined out softly to the third baseman. It is a rare opportunity that Millard did not hit the ball hard. And just like Dean, you got a couple of the catchers in the Upper Iowa Conference, two of the better catchers on this field for this game tonight. So 1-2 is the count. 1-2 offering. Millard chases a pitch high, could not catch up with it. It is strikeout number 3 recorded by Kent, and it's out number 1. And 1-2, she used the aggressiveness against Millard that time.
Yeah, when Kent gets ahead, she can be dangerous up there. She knows how to get you to chase, and she places the ball well.
Sophia Chemler up to bat, the shortstop. She is 0 for 1, a strikeout victim back in the first inning. And the pitch there takes it right in the inside corner, and the count is 0-1. Kent missed last season for North Fayette Valley with an injury, so they have been absolutely thrilled that she has come back this season here, and especially being a senior as well. 0-1. 0-1 pitch to Chemler, takes it outside. It's a ball and a strike, evened up now.
Yeah, kind of relied on Batterson as an 8th grader to pitch for him the whole season last year.
So and now they got a little more luxury on the pitching mound, especially when you play in some of those tournaments. And as we mentioned, North Fayette Valley, they play just about every weekend. Pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 2-1. And again, you've got some pitching. You've got an experienced team. I think you look to push yourself outside of the Upper Iowa Conference.
For sure. Yep.
Knowing that you're going to go to the tournament and see nobody from the Upper Iowa Conference. You're the only 3A team in the conference.
Yep.
And the count is 2-1, that one high and away, and the count goes to 3-1.
That may change next year, but for now, yes.
Yeah. That's always the question mark. And in 3A, it is such a different level for the teams in Northeast Iowa. It's just the 3A, there's a huge gap between the top 15 teams and then basically the Northeast Iowa teams.
Yeah.
3-1 the count. 3-1 offering, swinging through a pitch low as Chemler helped her out. Couldn't get to that one. And the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that would have been ball 4. Chased one in the dirt there.
So Chemler will full count now. We'll look to put the ball into play, make something happen for the Eagles. And Kent works back with a full count pitch after falling behind. 3-2 pitch. Chemler takes it outside and just missing. Oh, they called strike 3, a delayed call, but Chemler caught looking in strikeout number 4 for Kent. Back-to-back Ks here in the third.
Yeah, looked like a pretty good pitch. Hard to tell, but must have just caught that outside corner.
And with 2 strikes, again, you got to protect. And Chemler caught looking. So Lola Reimer, the first baseman, up to bat. Reimer flew out to center field. Her last at-bat, she is 0 for 1. So Reimer is the number 6 hitter in the lineup, takes the first pitch low and inside. The count goes to 1-0. Clayton Ridge, we talked about their seniors, Ostrander, Reimer, and also Millard. And think about this, 5 years, 5 different coaches.
Yeah, that's got to be tough.
And they've stayed with it. Here's a one-hopper hit to the second baseman, Donley. Hit hard, but Donley stays down on it, flips it to the first baseman, Schrader, and Reimer bounces out to third for the third out of the inning. So for Clayton Ridge, they go down in order. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We go to the top of inning number 5. 10-2, North Fayette Valley leads.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooters Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooters Coffee in Manchester.
Tiger Hawk Eagles softball is brought to you in part by Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. Bacon Concrete in Postville, Furniture Showcase and Old Wine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. And Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. You're listening to High School Softball on KEDR AM 1400 and FM 96.7. Now in the top of the fifth inning, North Fayette Valley leads by a score of 10-2, and they'll send the top of the lineup up to bat. Katie Batterson, Carrington Johnson, and Sarah Dean to lead things off here in the top of the fifth inning. If this lead holds and it remains 10-2, this ball game will be over with at the end of the fifth inning.
Yeah, if Clayton Ridge isn't able to score some runs in the bottom of the inning here, eight runs will be enough.
Yep, but North Fayette Valley thinking of adding on, and a good place to start with the top of the lineup. Katie Batterson is 1 for 3, singled and scored, hit into a fielder's choice, and safe on an error. North Fayette Valley scored 7 runs in the top of the first inning to take control of this ball game. Eagles answered with 2 in the bottom of the first, but that is as close as Clayton Ridge has been. First pitch there, popped up out of play. He makes towards the concession stand area there up the right field line, and the count is 0-1.
Yeah, you take away the top of the first, and it's a 3-2 game, but unfortunately that's not how the game works.
Yep. North Fayette Valley, Sarah Dean set the tone with a 3-run home run in the top of the first inning. 0-1 pitch, it's high, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. Again, we're just bringing you game 1 of 2 today here on KEDR. And we have Cubs baseball coming up, as we mentioned earlier. That's coming up tonight. Cubs and Cardinals, got to get to that one. Here's a bouncing ball, knocked down by Willie, and cannot get to it. The shortstop, Chemler, able to pick it up, but not in time. Batterson with an infield single, as reaching over to the right was Willie, who knocked it down, but just couldn't make the play clean.
Yeah, I think we might have a pitching change. Is that Chemler in the circle now?
And I think you are right. Number 21. Yep, and we'll figure out. So Chemler is the pitcher, coming in for relief of Willie. They look to bunt, and that ball is laid down, fielded by the catcher Millard. Her throw to first, it is in time, but wheeling from first to third and sliding in is Batterson. We talked about their aggressiveness. Johnson does her job, a sacrifice bunt, and they wheel Batterson to third with 1 out.
Yeah, good play by Millard jumping up and getting the runner at first, but Batterson didn't hesitate. She was heading to third the whole way.
And so we have Chemler as the pitcher, Sophia Chemler. That's the bad thing about being out here in left field, is sometimes you don't see the substitutions made. Dean hits a bouncing ball, fielded by Reimer at first base. That will score the runner from third. Dean with her 5th RBI as she bounces into the force out at first base, and it is now 11-2. North Fayette Valley in the lead. And Ava Vonderhaar is at shortstop now for Clayton Ridge. So Ava Vonderhaar is the shortstop, and Chemler is in her first inning of relief. So Alex Kent is up to bat, takes the pitch high. The count is 1-0. Base is empty. North Fayette Valley has scored an insurance run here in the top of the 5th inning. Kent is 1 for 3, singled and scored, struck out and flew out to right field. Mosier actually scored the run for her as the courtesy runner. Kent lifts a high fly ball, high pop-up rather, in the infield. Second baseman Felder comes over towards the bag and makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. Kent pops out to second, and that does it for North Fayette Valley. But they pick up a run. They do it there on 1 hit. They leave nobody. We now go to the bottom of the 5th inning. North Fayette Valley trying to close it out. They lead by a score of 11-2.
Attention business owners. Are you tired of monthly fees eating into your profits? Look no further than People's State Bank. People's State Bank's business checking account has no monthly service charge. Yes, you heard that right. 0 monthly service charges. But that's not all. Enjoy free ATM and debit cards, free online and mobile banking, and free bill pay services. With People's State Bank, managing your business finances has never been easier or more affordable. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on unnecessary fees. Switch to People's State Bank today and take care of your business finances. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams, and enjoy the weather, and get your kids' summer checkups with Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Chase Bruner, and Dr. Daphne Hoffler. Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Northern Country Co-op and Via Field are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Bottom of the fifth inning, North Fayette Valley leading 11-2. Eagles will have to score here 2 runs to keep this game going in the bottom of the fifth. Felder, Ostrander, Sodawasser, 7, 8, 9. Felder flew out to left field, her first at-bat, and she is 0 for 1 in this game. This is her second at-bat. North Fayette Valley, 11 runs on 12 hits. They have not committed an error, and here's a ball that is lined into center field. It's a leadoff single for North Fayette, or for Clayton Ridge, I should say. Solid single for Felder, their third hit of the ball game. Leadoff runner on as the Eagles try to work their way back.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by Felder. Solid line drive right up the middle there.
Emery Ostrander, the number 8 hitter, is up to bat. Ostrander walked in the second inning and was called out on a force out. And the pitch there to the left-hander hitting Ostrander. It's a strike outside. The count is 0-1. So Chemler did her job in relief in the top of the fifth inning for Clayton Ridge. Gave up a run, but did not allow North Fayette Valley to put up a crooked number. 0-1 now here to Ostrander. 0-1 pitch outside, but pushed that one a little too far outside. And then we're evened up at a ball and a strike.
Yeah, other than that first inning, Clayton Ridge hasn't done too badly on the defensive side.
Yeah, 4 errors for Clayton Ridge overall, but they had a couple of them as part of that 7-run first inning, just put them behind the 8 ball right away. 1-1. 1-1 pitch, reaching out for it, fouling out of play is Ostrander as she went low to try to get that pitch and actually hit the top of the fence. It did stay in the field, but it's a foul ball nonetheless. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. So the leadoff runner on here for Clayton Ridge, trailing by 9 runs. Again, in softball, we've got an 8-run limit in 5 innings now and a 10-run limit in 3 innings. And here we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the 0-1 pitch is inside, getting out of the way, and actually it did hit her. Yep, she tried to turn out of the way. Ostrander hit by the pitch with a count 1-2, and there's runners on second and first with nobody out for Clayton Ridge here in the 5th.
Yeah, and this is not what you want if you're the Tiger Hawks. You're trying to end this game in this inning, and first 2 batters reach base with basically your second leadoff now up.
So Alyssa Sodawasser, the number 9 hitter, is up to bat. Sodawasser, safe on a fielder's choice, takes the pitch for a strike there. The count is 0-1. And now the other thing is you're rolling over the lineup. You're getting to the top of the lineup.
Yeah, one of your better hitters in the 9 spot, and then, your top of your order comes up.
So Felder reached on a single. Ostrander hit by a pitch. Time taken here as Coach Crary wants to have a conversation with her hitter in Alyssa Sodawasser. Nobody out, bottom of the 5th inning. The first time since the first inning that the Eagles have put 2 base runners on. They've been quiet on the base paths. And this was their first hit in the bottom of the 5th inning since the Ostrander 2-run home run back in the bottom of the 1st.
Yeah, good solid hit by Felder, and then Ostrander gets hit by pitch, and they've got something working.
And the young kids, Ostrander, one of those youngsters on first base rather. Felder, of course, at second. And Alyssa Sodawasser, who is a junior, is up to bat. And time taken here as Sodawasser may have a contact issue.
Yeah, something in her eye or a contact issue, one or the other, but definitely looking at her eye there.
So they looks like they brought out here some basically eye drops is what it looks like.
Yeah, trying to clear that vision up.
And we mentioned it's windy, but it's not like it's dusty. It's pretty well settled.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not something like you saw in the College World Series where the pitcher hit the clump of dirt and it went all over the place.
Dean, by the way, was sitting down behind home plate. Now gets back up. Here's the pitch low, and it goes to a ball and a strike. So Dean took some time to relax a little bit behind the plate.
It's got to be hot wearing all that gear back there, too.
And then doing it for 2 games every night. A ball and a strike evened up. And Kent trying to avoid a big inning. 1-1 pitch. That ball roped into left field. That's a base hit. It is fielded by Batterson. They'll hold the runner at third base there in Felder, but the bases are loaded for Clayton Ridge and nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, good solid hit by Sodawasser there. Lined it hard in the left field. Probably a good idea to hold the runner at third. Batterson came up with it quickly and threw to home.
And now you get to the top of the lineup with Bryn Meyer. Meyer is 1 for 1, singled and scored in the first, walked in the 3rd inning. So she's reached base twice. Takes the first pitch outside. The count is 1-0. Bases loaded for the Eagles. Nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Trailing by 9. At least needing to manufacture 2 to keep this game going. They've got a runner in scoring position at second base, which would equal that run. But thinking bigger thoughts with the bases loaded and nobody out. Pitch, and that ball's lined into center field, and that's a base hit. 4 have reached in a row. They play station to station. It's a base hit RBI for Meyer. The base is still loaded, and it's now 11-3. The North Fayette Valley lead trimmed to 8.
Yeah, this is looking like it could be a really big inning for the Eagles. They need to keep this thing going here.
And again, this has been solid with 3 hits in the inning. Audrey Ostrander up to bat, who is 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer in the first inning, and also struck out back in the third. First pitch swings right through that one there. The count is 0-1. So now you start talking about Ostrander. If she happens to hit another one, and again, that was just her first home run, that would make this a ball game.
Yeah, I think she needs to cut her swing down just a little bit here, though. I think she's a little too amped up there. Maybe.
And again, that's how Kent was able to work ahead of her last time. So 0-1 is the count. 0-1 pitch to Ostrander, takes it high. The count goes to a ball and a strike. But you're getting to the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, an experienced part of the lineup. As our tarp goes flying here, we mentioned that we've got to find a way to try to keep that down, and the wind has picked up a little bit. And we're out of the sun, we're out of the shade, or we're back into the shade. And again, the count is 1-1. 1-1 pitch, it's inside, and the count goes now a called strike to 1-2. So 1-2 the count as Coach Sass kind of moves things around there, and took a nice little turn on us during our broadcast. Well, got to find the stakes for that one. So the count is a ball and 2 strikes, 1-2. And the offering now to Ostrander. 1-2 pitch, pops it up, out of play. That'll make it there over the third base dugout, and it is still a ball and 2 strikes. So, yep, we were taking some chances. The gust of wind there, move things around. North Fayette Valley fan, kind enough to help us out.
Yeah, big gust of wind there. We about lost the canopy there.
The good thing is, didn't trip any wires, any cables, anything like that. So it's a ball and 2 strikes once again to Ostrander. 1-2. And Kent with the 1-2 pitch, swinging right through it is Ostrander. That is the second time she's gotten Ostrander out. It is the 5th strikeout recorded by Kent. It's the second time that she's gotten Ostrander to strike out. And 1 out, Carly Willie is up to bat.
Yeah, that's a huge out in that situation, huge strikeout.
And North Fayette Valley, Willie has bounced out twice to third and to short. Swings right through the pitch upstairs there. The count is 0-1.
And I think this might be Vonderhaar.
I believe you are correct. Yep, because she entered the ball game for Willie. So Vonderhaar is up to bat, a young 8th grader, as the bases are loaded with 1 out. Eagles try to at least manufacture a run. Taking the pitch inside is Vonderhaar, and the count goes to 1-1. If you're talking about Vonderhaar, she's had a couple of at-bats this year. Another 8th grader for Clayton Ridge. And her job, put the ball into play and manufacture a run. Keep the inning going with 1 out. And the bases still loaded for the Eagles. 1-1 is the count. 1-1 pitch, bouncing ball to the shortstop. Fielding it there is Johnson. She goes to second for 1. The ball is bobbled and then dropped. So the force out unable to be made there. And scoring from third base is going to be Sodawasser. Ostrander scored the first run. When the ball was dropped, Sodawasser wheeled around third and scores on the air. 2 runs are in, and the Eagles work their way back within 11-5.
Yeah, and that's what we talk about. Put the ball in play, put some pressure on the defense. That was a slow roller. It speeds up the defense a little bit and made them make an error there.
So that brings up now here Amira Millard with 3 on the board here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Millard is 0 for 2, lined out to third, and a strikeout victim takes the pitch low. The count is 1-0. You talk about a player being due, I would say that's the case for Millard.
Yeah, I think so, and she's a big bat up there. You can't relax if you're in North Fayette Valley right now.
And this game will go to a 6th inning, and the Eagles trying to make it more of a game. With runners on second and first, they're back within 6 runs. Pitch there, and swinging through the inside pitch is Millard, and the count goes to 1-2. If you're Coach Crary, you've got to be pleased with the approach you've had in this 5th inning when you're down big.
Yeah, just a good job of the Eagles. They could have rolled over, but doing a great job of fighting back here.
Amira Millard, again, looking at the count, 1-2, takes the pitch high. Remember, she chased that pitch earlier, but disciplined on that one, and it's evened up at 2-2.
Yeah, ahead in the count, so she's got to kind of narrow her zone and look for something she likes here.
Millard, again, among the RBI leaders for Clayton Ridge this year. The cleanup hitter for the Eagles with the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Kent works here, the 2-2 pitch, and that ball's lined into left field. Batterson on the run, goes off of her glove. She tried to backpedal to make the play. They'll run Meyer to third, hold her there. Now they've got 2 girls at third. They're going to try to score Meyer. The throw to the plate, and she's throwing out there. They ended up with 2 runners on third. As Vonderhaar never broke stride from second, that forced Meyer to try to score. She's throwing out at the plate. Millard safe at second base, but a big opportunity taken away for the Eagles at the plate.
Yeah, that was a great relay by the Tiger Hawks. And Meyer just stuttered a little bit around third. You wonder if she would have, continued running there, if she might have beat that throw, because that was a really close play at home as well.
And it looked like she was going to be having the brakes put on at third base, but Vanderhaar was almost to third base by that time.
Yeah, she may have pushed her off there. I guess I wasn't paying attention to the coach to see if she was sending her or not.
So it goes 7-6-2 on the throw to the plate, and it was a good relay into Johnson, then to the plate. Millard will be replaced by a courtesy runner here at second base as Dean takes time and must have had a good conversation, because it is Dean and Kent hugging at the center court circle.
Yeah, they just happy to get that second out at home plate there, I think. Otherwise, we're looking at a real new ball game here.
And it's 11-6, still 2 in scoring position. We'll try to let you know who the runner is for Clayton Ridge. Chemler, the shortstop, is up to bat. She is 0 for 2 in this game. And the first offering from Kent, Chemler swings right through it, actually got a piece of it, fouled back, and the count is once again 0-1. That is Ellie Smith, another 8th grader, as the pinch runner. She's listed on the roster as a pinch runner catcher. And Smith is the runner at second base.
Well, she may be needed next year for sure with Millard graduating.
Yeah, have that anchor behind the plate, both these teams, for the number of years they've had. And swinging through the inside pitch is Chemler, and it goes to 0-2. So the Eagles have put 3 up on the board here in the bottom of the 5th inning to continue this ball game, and still looking to add on as they're down by 6 runs right now. And working here is Kent trying to stem the tide. And the 0-2 pitch, a bouncing ball right side of the infield. Second baseman Donnelly fields it. The throw to first in time over to Schrader, and that does it for Clayton Ridge to end things in the bottom of the 5th. But they score 3 runs in the inning. They do it on 4 hits, helped out by an error. They leave 2, though, in scoring position. We go now to the top of the 6th inning. A new game, 11-5. Tigerhawks lead the Eagles.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated Neat, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. Neat also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. Neat, connecting you now.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel Garage Doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
Tigerhawk Eagles softball is brought to you in part by Bank First in West Union, helping you save time and money. Member FDIC, West Union Motor Sales and Service, Gunderson Palmer Lutheran Hospital and Clinics, Morris Funeral Home in Guttenberg and Garnavillo, Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg, Agent Lanny Keel, your New York Life agent in Garnavillo, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, and Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. So it's a new game, 11-5, Clayton Ridge trailing North Fayette Valley. Tigerhawks will send up Peyton McElry, Hannah Schrader, Lexi McGowan to lead things off here. In the top of the 5th inning, Sophia Chemler continues in her 2nd inning of relief. And again, you have Vanderhaar at shortstop. So Clayton Ridge and Chemler may throw that second game. Here's a pop-up right to the first baseman, Reimer. Reimer moves up the line about a quarter of the way, able to get underneath it. McElry, who was 2 for 3, is now 2 for 4. Pops out to first base for out number 1.
Yeah, ever since the top of the 1st inning, it's been a pretty equal game here between these 2 teams.
Clayton Ridge has actually outscored them 5-4 since. Hannah Schrader up to bat. Big, healthy cut. Swings right through that one. The count is 0-1. Schrader is 2 for 3, doubled in a run, hit a 2-run home run, and flew out to right field. Chemler in her 2nd inning of relief. Down 11-6. Schrader lifts a high fly ball. This is to left field, and this was another bomb hit as it one-hops the trees to straightaway left field. Schrader with her 2nd home run of the ballgame. Another towering shot. And it's 12-6. North Fayette Valley in the lead.
Yeah, 2 just monster shots out of Schrader tonight. That one maybe not quite as far as her other one, but plenty deep.
Impressive nonetheless. So Schrader has driven in 4 runs in this ballgame, and that brings up Lexi McGowan, the center fielder. Schrader coming into tonight's ball game, 3 home runs. So she's now, again, 5 now on the season.
Yeah, and that's why, we say pitch around Sarah Dean, but that's hard to do with the bats behind her.
Yeah, that's the number 6 hitter in your lineup hitting those home runs. So that brings up now here Lexi McGowan, who pops it up. Giving chase is Millard near the fence, makes the play towards the third base side, tracked down in foul territory by Millard, makes a nice play on the run.
Yeah, again, we've talked about these 2 catchers, and a great play there by Millard. Hopped out of that gear right away, found it early, and able to make that play.
Alice Sass, the right fielder, is up to bat. Sass is 0 for 3, but she's been on base twice. Safe on an error, scored, hit into a fielder's choice, flew out to center field. She has scored a run. Follows that one up against the backstop. The count is 0-1. She has driven in a run in this ball game as well. So North Fayette Valley, it's been the long ball for them tonight. Extra base hits.
Yeah, between Schrader and Dean, they've driven in quite a few runs just between the 2 of them tonight.
And Dean has 4 RBIs, and so does Schrader. And Sass takes the pitch inside. The count is 1-1. But that ball for Schrader, you mentioned it, her last one was the deepest part of the park.
Yeah.
So that was, again, further. But this one's still a shot nonetheless. Sass pops it up. Center field, that's Ostrander towards the edge of the infield. Calls for it, makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. But for North Fayette Valley, they pick up a run. They do it on that home run. They leave nobody. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's now 12-5, North Fayette Valley in the lead.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping in to Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
If you feel lost in the big chain store pharmacies, take the time to stop at a Nightingale Drug and visit with us about our services, such as one-on-one consulting, free local delivery, competitive pricing with most insurance plans, and Medicare accepted. We'll make the transition quick and easy for you. Come to the people you know and trust. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town family-friendly business in Guttenberg. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmers.realfood.realmeat.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning, first pitch, Lola Reimer 0 for 2, hits a bouncing ball to the shortstop Johnson, fields it, strong throw over to Schrader, and it's 1 up and 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Brings up Kiara Felder now, the second baseman. Felder is 1 for 2, flew out to left field, singled and scored. The Eagles were down in the bottom of the 5th inning, in danger of having this game end quickly, and by the run rule, as the ball is fouled back by Felder, the count is 0-1. But they put together a nice 3-run inning in the bottom of the 5th and, again, had an opportunity for more.
Yeah, and Felder started the inning, and, the close play at home plate, they could have had 4 runs with nobody out.
And then you would have had runners on second and third at that situation, and still only 1 out in the inning. Ball fouled up against the backstop, and the count goes to 0-2. But North Fayette Valley answering in the top of the 6th. 12-5 is our score. It is North Fayette Valley in the lead. Sarah Dean is at a 3-run home run. Hannah Schrader has hit 2 home runs, including a 2-run shot and a solo blast. Audrey Ostrander has hit a 2-run homer for Clayton Ridge in this ballgame. 0-2 pitch, it's outside. The count is now 1-2. Bottom of the lineup up here for the Eagles.
Yeah, this is where it started last inning for them, though, so can't be sleeping if you're the Tigerhawks.
A ball and 2 strikes. Kent has allowed 6 hits, 2 in the first inning, 4 in the 5th, otherwise unscathed after that. 1-2 pitch inside, evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. But that was the best approach I think Clayton Ridge had at the plate in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, they'd shorten up their swings, taking a few pitches, and just lining some short singles out there.
2 balls and 2 strikes. We're evened up here now with 1 out. And Kent, same motion, 2-2 pitch, swinging through the upstairs pitch. Felder cannot get to it. It is the 6th strikeout recorded by, once again, Kent, and it's out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, she's not a huge strikeout pitcher, but she's getting about 1 an inning, which definitely helps your defense out.
Emery Ostrander is up to bat. yet to have an official at-bat. The left-handed hitting now designated player in the lineup. She has walked in the second inning and then hit by a pitch in the bottom of the fifth and later scored. Takes the first pitch outside. The count is 1-0. So she'll look to get something going with 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth inning. And Kent with the 1-0 pitch, and that's a strike on the outside corner. It goes to a ball and a strike. 2 outs, bottom of the sixth. North Fayette Valley leading by 7. They will send 9, 1, and 2 up to bat in the top of the seventh inning. They look to hold serve here and then get the bats going in the top of the seventh inning. We'll at least get to see at the top of the lineup bat for, again, another time. 1-1 pitch away, 2 balls and a strike. Eagles really haven't chased many bad pitches in this game, I would say.
No, not too bad. They've been pretty disciplined at the plate there.
So 2 balls and a strike is actually our count. 2-1. And Kent delivers now the 2-1 pitch, and that ball's roped into left field, went with the outside pitch, and it's going to roll to the towards the corner. It's cut off there by Batterson, but advancing to second base there is going to be Ostrander. Ostrander with a double. She went with that outside pitch. Runner in scoring position for the Eagles with 2 outs.
Yeah, great piece of hitting by left-handed batter Ostrander. Just goes with it and gets that little slice on the ball. Batterson, good hustle to cut it off, but going away from second, hard to throw her out.
And up to bat now is Alyssa Sodawasser, who is 1 for 2. Hit into a fielder's choice, singled and scored. So the 8 and 9 hitters for Clayton Ridge haven't been retired in this game yet.
Yeah, they've done a nice job at the bottom of the order.
And technically, Ostrander was out on a force out, but they have reached base all the time. Pitch in the dirt, knocked down by Dean, nothing gets by her, and that will let Ostrander stay at second base. Ostrander, one of those kids that's played her way into the lineup. Only 9 at-bats coming into this ball game.
Yeah, and you see why with hitting like she just showed us.
And 1-1 is the count now to Sodawasser, the 9 spot in the lineup for the Eagles. And the 1-1 pitch, Sodawasser upstairs, did not chase it. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. So the Eagles were down bottom of the fifth inning, 11-2. They needed to manufacture 2. They got 3 runs there in the bottom of the fifth inning to keep things going. And at least now they know they're going 7 innings in this one. Like to continue to work their way back. And Kent trying to end it right here. Pitch upstairs, the count goes to 3-1.
Yeah, you just keep chipping away, and you never know what might happen. They might put up a big crooked number, and Tiger Hawks get tight. It could be a game again.
Well, again, they put together one of those crooked numbers in the fifth inning, which was big for them as they got production up and down the lineup. 3-1 pitch. Sodawasser takes it outside. It is ball number 4. So 2 outs. The Eagles will turn it over to the top of the lineup. That is the second walk issued by Kent. She has struck out 6. But Bryn Meyer, the top of the lineup, is now up to bat for Clayton Ridge.
Yeah, and Clayton Ridge has something working here again in the 6th inning.
Meyer is 2 for 3 in this ball game, has 2 singles and scored a run, and also has an RBI. Takes the first pitch away, another left-handed bat in the lineup. Eagles have more left-handed bats in their lineup than I think most teams do. Pitch is outside, the count is 1-0.
Yeah, it's kind of gone, the days of the slap hitter and buncher.
Yeah, normally if you had 3 girls that were in your lineup left-handed, and they're all about the size of what you'd see those slap hitters. Pitch is low and away, the count is 2-0, and Kent suddenly struggling here, finding the strike zone.
Yeah, and if nothing else, if the Eagles are not able to come back this game, at least this should give them some confidence for game number 2.
And 2-0 is the count. Ostrander at second, Sodawasser at first base. And Kent delivers the 0-2 pitch, and that ball's lined into center field, and that's a base hit. On one hop, it is tracked down by McGowan. They'll hold the runner at third. Bases are loaded for the Eagles with 2 outs, and Audrey Ostrander is up to bat. Ostrander hit a 2-run homer in the first inning, but has struck out the last 2 at-bats, but the base is loaded again here.
Yeah, second time in a row she's come up with the bases loaded, and I think that home run maybe got her adrenaline a little bit too high. She needs to relax here and put the bat on it.
And Kent's in a jam suddenly with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch to Ostrander, got a piece of it off the end of the bat, and the count is 0-1. So Kent has continued to keep the ball down against Ostrander the last couple at-bats, and she has been able to control things. But if you're the Eagles, this is one of the kids you want up in this situation.
Yeah, absolutely. One of your leaders hit a home run earlier in the game.
0-1 is now the count. And Kent delivers now the 0-1 offering to Ostrander. Lines that ball down the left field line, but foul well in front of that one. The count is 0-2 as Coach Crary had to avoid that one in the third base box. But the count is 0-2.
Yeah, that was close to scoring 2 runs right there on that swing.
It definitely would have scored 2 runs as that ball was headed towards the corner. But 0-2 as Kent gets ahead. So after, again, a walk and then getting behind on a hitter, the bases are loaded. Kent tried to end it right here without giving up any damage in the bottom of the 6th inning. 0-2 is the count to Ostrander. 0-2 offering. Ostrander pops it up. The catcher, Dean, gives it a look, moves towards the on-deck circle on the NFV side, makes the play in foul territory for the 3rd out of the inning. Ostrander fouls out into foul territory. So for the Eagles, no runs ahead. They leave the bases loaded. We now go to the top of the 7th inning. It's 12-5, North Fayette Valley in the lead.
For generations, local farmers have trusted Freedom Bank to provide the financial backing they need to succeed. We have a long tradition of empowering success, and that continues today. We offer competitive financing options at competitive rates, whether for equipment purchases, building construction, land purchases, or operating capital. Visit one of Freedom Bank's experienced ag loan professionals in Elkader, Monona, Postville, and Waukon, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Tiger Hawk Eagles softball is brought to you in part by Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Ground Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Gothenburg and Elkader, and Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. 9-1-2 for North Fayette Valley here in the top of the 7th inning, as once again it will be Lainey Donnelly followed by Keedy Batterson and Carrington Johnson to lead things off here in the top of the 7th inning with our score 12-5, North Fayette Valley in the lead. The count, by the way, is very quickly 3-0 to Donnelly. Donnelly is 1 for 3, singled in a run, safe on an air and scored, and lined out to shortstop. She was actually replaced by a courtesy runner there. 3-0 pitch, it is high, it is ball number 4, but she re-entered the ball game, so if they go with a courtesy runner here, or a pinch runner I should say, that would take Donnelly out of the ball game because she is re-entered.
Yeah, that's you can only re-enter one time.
And up to bat now is Keedy Batterson in the top of the lineup. Tiger Hawks looking to get some insurance here, up by 7. They've been in control of this game, as the closest the Eagles have gotten was back within 5. That was after North Fayette Valley scored 7 runs in the top of the 1st inning. And the Eagles scored 2 in the bottom of the 2nd. Looking to bunt, they bluff it. Donnelly leaning off of first base. Eagles look her back, and the count is 1-0. So Chemler is in her 3rd inning of relief and has done a nice job in relief.
Yeah, and you wonder kind of what their thought is for game 2, if they're going to kind of split that up as well, maybe show North Fayette Valley a couple different looks.
1-0 pitch, swinging through and hitting the ground ball down the third baseline foul is Batterson. Batterson faked like she was going to bunt, pulled things back and slapped at it, but misses the fair territory by just on the other side of the bag.
Yeah, you used to see a lot more of that in softball. I don't see that too much anymore.
Batterson, 2 for 4, has scored 2 runs, singled in the 1st, singled in the 6th, safe on a fielder's choice, safe on an air. Follows that one up against the backstop. The count is 1-2. So she's actually reached base all 4 times, despite the fact being 2 for 4 in this game. But done her job as a leadoff hitter, finding the way on.
Yep.
Looks like we'll get a chance to see Sarah Dean bat again in this game, which is never a bad thing.
No, it's always exciting.
And the 0-2 pitch, bouncing ball, foul once again. Coach Shirley will stop that one. Tried to stop it up the third base line, and it is tracked down by Patino in foul territory. So you've got the youngster in Chemler on the mound. Von der Haar entered this ball game at the shortstop position for the Eagles. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 offering, it's in the dirt. Nice save there by Millard. She went down to the knee, got the outside pitch, evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eagles will send up Willie, Millard, and Chemler. That will be 3, 4, and 5 in their lineup in the bottom of the 7th inning. So they'll look to get something going if they get a stop here. Pitch upstairs there, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is the second time through the lineup, by the way, that now North Fayette Valley has seen Chemler.
And that might be to their advantage as well.
So Batterson still up to bat, 2-2 pitch, goes down to the strike zone, could not come up with it there. The ball ends up being dropped, but she's out because first base is covered. Donnelly goes to second base there on the drop third strike, and she is safe standing up. Batterson retired, the first strikeout for Chemler, and it's out number 1 here in the top of the 7th inning rather. She didn't have to throw it to first base.
Yeah, so she should have maybe tried to get Donnelly at second base there.
And that brings up Carrington Johnson. And Johnson follows the first pitch back. The count is 0-1. Johnson is 0 for 3, but she's been on base twice. Safe on an error and scored. Hit into a fielder's choice. Popped out to short. Donnelly is at second base in scoring position with 1 out. So even though Batterson ends up striking out, they actually get Donnelly into scoring position. And this ball popped up in the infield. Shortstop Vonderhaar calls for it, makes the play, charging in near the circle. Johnson with a high pop-up in the infield for out number 2.
And you have first base open here with Sarah Dean up, so let's see what they do.
We mentioned this. This is the second time in this game that she has been up to bat with the opportunity to walk her. That last at-bat, she actually doubled in a run that hit the fence. First pitch there, hits a hard bouncing ball. Second baseman, short hops her Felder. It'll go into right center field. An error charged on the play. So Dean with an error. Scoring from second is Donnelly. She will not get credit with an RBI, but it's now 12-5, 13-5, North Fayette Valley in the lead. Dean safe on the air.
Yeah, so even though that's not a hit, not an RBI, it's a hard hit ball.
Yes.
And, if you don't hit it that hard, that run probably doesn't score.
And that brings up now here Alex Kent. Kent is 1 for 4. Singled, struck out, flew out to right field, popped out to third. Another left-handed bat right behind Dean. Pitch upstairs. The count is 1-0. They have no courtesy runner for Dean as the catcher spot. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think your senior leader, good speed, you just let her run.
And the 1-0 pitch, Kent hits it off the end of the bat. Bouncing ball, second baseman fields it. Felder, the throw to first. It is in time to Reimer. And Kent bounces out to, once again, second base. But for North Fayette Valley, they pick up a run. They do it without a hit, helped out by an error. We now go to the bottom of the 7th inning. North Fayette Valley trying to close things out. They lead 13-8. Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owners Brian Bugenhagen and Michael Beck, along with their staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
At Top Gun Customs, we know that cars are complicated. We can handle all the complex new features of any vehicle, foreign or domestic. Not only will it look like new, it'll perform like new. At Top Gun, we don't care if it's a 30-point buck or just your neighbor's cat, big or small, we like them all. Top Gun also does fiberglass repairs, boats, motorcycles, guitars, detailing, paint corrections, headlight restoration. There's not much we don't do. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun for details and to schedule your repairs today. 563-964-9899.
Bottom of the 7th inning, it is 13-5. North Fayette Valley leads Clayton Ridge. It is Vonderhaar up to bat, followed by Amira Millard and Sophia Chemler to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Eagles rallied to keep this game going. They forced it to a 7th inning. They're down by 8 runs here and look to climb back in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch a called strike. The count is 0-1. Vonderhaar came in for Willie. She was safe on an error, but credit with an RBI. She put the ball into play, and that would have scored the run from third anyway. And so Vonderhaar did put the ball in play, her last at-bat, but 0 for 1, this being her second at-bat. Kent, 0-1 pitch. Swinging through the pitch downstairs is Vonderhaar, and the count goes to 0-2. North Fayette Valley trying to improve to 8-1 in the conference. Eagles would slide back to 500 at 4-4 in the conference, but they still have a game to play tonight. Both these teams do. The second game of a doubleheader. We're just here for game number 1. Pitch, 0-2 pitch, slow bouncing ball. Third baseman Urison charges it. Nice strong throw to Schrader. Vonderhaar bounces out to third, and it's 1 up and 1 down here in the 7th.
Yeah, nice play by third baseman there. Eats that up and strong throw to first.
And Vanderhaar hustling down the line, made the play interesting, but that brings up now Amira Miller. We talked about opportunity to see Dean bat again. Good opportunity to see Millard bat again.
Yeah, and she hit a hard line shot kind of towards us last time.
Had a doubled in a run. She is 1 for 3, lined out to third, struck out for a rarity, and follows that one up against the backstop. The count is 0-1, but then doubled in a run. That was part of that 3-run fifth inning. Eagles could have got out of here, down by 9 going into the bottom of the fifth, but they kept this game going.
Yeah, they've done a nice job these last couple innings of really battling.
And after North Fayette Valley scored 7 runs in the top of the first inning, since that point, really an even ball game.
Yeah, for sure.
0-1 to Millard. And the 0-1 offering, Millard lines that ball into center field. That's a base hit towards left center field. Batterson cuts it off in the gap. It is the second base hit for Amira Millard and a one-out base runner for the Eagles.
Yep, just again, a nice piece of hitting by Millard. Just line drive right over the top shortstop.
And that brings up Sophia Chemler, the shortstop, actually the pitcher now of record. She is 0 for 3 in this ball game. Chemler, good 3 innings. She gave up a run each of the innings that she pitched, the 5th, 6th, and 7th, but only 2 of those runs were earned. So Chemler looks to bunt, takes it high. The count is 1-0. They snap throw to first base. Millard back in there standing up at first base. We mentioned Dean, you're not going to courtesy run for her. Same with Millard. You've got an experienced player like that. They can run on the base paths.
Absolutely, yeah. Those are your leaders. You want them out there.
1-0 is the count. A lot of teams will put out maybe an 8th grader that's just kind of learning. 1-0 pitch, and that pitch misses away. The count is 2-0. And again, if you've got speed, I get that. That's part of it, but you really got to grow into that position. If you're a courtesy runner, it's a whole different ball of wax.
It is, yep. You got to kind of know situations really well.
And 2-0 is now the count. The good teams have their kids ready to go. 2-0 pitch slammed up against the fence up the first base side. 2 balls and a strike. But there's something about experience. You may give up some speed, with a kid like Dean as a catcher and Millard as a catcher, but I think sometimes they tend to be your better base runners. Know how to read things.
Absolutely.
Yep. Know when to go in that extra base when you can't. 2-0 the count, 2-1 rather, as she works to Chemler. And the 2-1 offering, and up a bouncing ball, first baseman Schrader. She'll step on the bag for the lead out there. She kind of lost her balance. It does not allow her to make a throw to second base, but I think she would have had to tuck it anyway. Millard advances to second on the ground out, well fielded there by Schrader, touches the bag for out number 2, and that brings up Lola Reimer, now the first baseman.
Yeah, I think Millard gets the second base there anyway.
And again, Lola Reimer is 0 for 3, has hit the ball well, flew out to center field, bounced out twice. Eagles trying to keep it going with a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Reimer takes a pitch upstairs. The count is 1-0.
Yeah, I thought about that one, but good job holding back.
North Fayette Valley leading 13-5 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And trying to close things out here as they get ready for game number 2, which will start shortly after this first game is completed. I'll give teams a chance to cook a quick break. Bouncing ball, that's to the second baseman Donnelly. Bobbles it, picks it up, fields it to the first baseman Schrader, underhands it there, and Reimer retired for the 3rd out of the inning. And that does it for the Eagles. No runs, no hits, they leave a runner. It is North Fayette Valley staying among the conference leaders. They defeat North Fayette Valley defeats Clayton Ridge by a final score of 13-5. With the win, North Fayette Valley 11-13, 8-1 in the conference. Eagles drop to 5-8, 4-4 in the conference. A break, post-game totals coming up, and coaching interviews and more when we continue.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
Are you wanting to eat better, feel better, get your weight or other numbers under control, and need someone to hold you accountable? This is Brandy Strube, registered dietitian with Veterans Memorial Hospital. I welcome consultations with patients of all ages and look forward to helping you meet your nutritional goals. Please call the hospital to set up an appointment or ask your doctor for a referral at your next visit.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back once again here to Garnavillo. It is North Fayette Valley defeating Clayton Ridge by a final score of 13-5. We're joined by Clayton Ridge softball coach Brooke Carreri. First off, coach here, obviously the top of the first inning, not the best way to start this game.
Yeah, no, offensively we were struggling a little bit. We had too many errors there in the first inning, and we just couldn't recuperate. We eventually got out of it. We had to pick ourselves up and get out of that. All
right, let's talk about, though, I think the bright spot. You're down 11-2 going into the bottom of the fifth inning. You know, a chance for North Fayette Valley to get out of here with the run rule in 5 innings, but I think you liked the effort your kids showed coming back.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I love their effort. I told them we got to get on the bats now. We got to get moving if we want to stay in this game, and they really showed me how much they really wanted to stay in the game, and they got on the bats. Audrey Ostrander, senior, hit a home run in the second inning that got us up on the board a little bit, and then in that fifth inning we had quite a few runs.
Well, the other thing is in that fifth inning it started with the bottom of the lineup with Felder, Ostrander, and Sodawasser.
Yep.
Tell me about those kids in the bottom of the lineup.
Sodawasser, she's a really strong hitter coming into it, so I knew putting her at the end we wouldn't struggle too much. Kira Felder, she's pretty good at bunting too, so we have her in there, and I knew those three would help us get on the board there.
All right. Obviously, offensively in this ball game, it is Millard had a double. Actually, was 2 for 4 and drove in a run. That's kind of what you expect from her.
Oh yeah, yep. Knowing Amira, she's coming in strong on the bats right away. I think she's gotten quite a few doubles this year, and she's strong on the bat.
All right. Pitching wise, you end up throwing 2 pitchers in this game.
Yes, our Willie was getting a little overwhelmed. They were hitting off her pretty easily, so we had to switch things up, give her a break to cool down too. So we had to throw our 8th grader in there, Sophia, and she really helped us out there.
Yeah, absolutely gave you innings there. All right, so in game number 2, who do you look to throw?
I'm going to look to start the throw Sophia, just give Carly a little bit more of a break, and then Carly will eventually get back in the game.
All right, what's coming up for you guys the rest of the week?
So tomorrow we have a makeup game against Turkey Valley, and then Friday we have an off game. We just have practice.
All right, so good luck to you the rest of the week. Look forward to hopefully catching up with you guys in the postseason. Good luck.
Thank you.
Once again, Clayton Ridge softball coach Brooke Carreri talking things over there about our Eagle program. We'll continue here from Garnavillo as the postgame show continues. Again, our final score, 13-5, North Fayette Valley victorious.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer in both Guttenberg and Monona, a call. You can reach Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. That's 563-252-2471. They can help you and your family be good at life. Tiger Hawk Eagles Softball is brought to you in part by LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Welcome back once again here to Garnavillo. Our final score is 13-5. North Fayette Valley victorious over Clayton Ridge. I'm Dan Behrens along with Coach Mike Stats. And actually Clayton Ridge senior night for their three seniors.
Yeah, it's always a nice ceremony to have.
All right, now let's go through the stats for this ball game. First off, for North Fayette Valley, 13 runs in the ball game. They do it on 13 hits. They did not commit any errors. Katie Batterson was 2 for 5, scored 2 runs. Carrington Johnson was 0 for 4, scored a run. Sarah Dean, 2 for 5, a double, a 3-run home run. She ended up with 4 RBIs on the night. Alex Kent was 1 for 5 in this ball game. Taryn Mosier came in as the courtesy runner and scored a run. Peyton McElray, 2 for 4 with a run scored. Hannah Schrader, 3 for 4, hit a double RBI, hit a 2-run homer, and a solo home run. She ended up with 4 RBIs in the game. Meanwhile, it was Lexi McGowan who was 2 for 4 in this ball game with an RBI and a run scored. Alice Sass, 0 for 4, scored a run. Lainey Donnelly in this ball game was actually 1 for 2, actually 1 for 3. Reached base 3 times in this ball game, scored a run, and Ward came in as the courtesy runner for her, Alea Ward, as a pinch runner and scored a run back in the 3rd inning. So for North Fayette Valley, again, 13 runs, 13 hits. They did not commit any errors. Alex Kent on the mound, 7 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, walked 2, struck out 6, effective on the mound.
Yeah, maybe she wouldn't say it was her best effort, but she did her job. She held the Eagles down. When you get that kind of run support, you don't have to throw a shutout, so she did what she needed to do out there.
So for Clayton Ridge, 5 runs in the inning, 9 hits. They committed 5 errors in this ballgame. North Fayette Valley, by the way, had 1 error. The individual totals for Clayton Ridge: Bryn Meyer, 3 for 4 with a run and an RBI. Audrey Ostrander, 1 for 4, hit a 2-run home run. Carly Willie was 0 for 2. Eva Vanderhaar was 0 for 2 with an RBI. Amira Millard was 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Sophia Chemler was 0 for 4 in this ballgame. Lola Reimer, 0 for 3. Kira Felder, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Emily Ostrander, 1 for 1, a double, and scored a run. She reached base 3 times, as did number 9 hitter Alyssa Sodawasser. Sodawasser was 1 for 1 and scored a run in this ballgame for Clayton Ridge. Willie took the loss, going 4 innings, allowing 11 hits, 10 runs, walking nobody, striking out 1. Chemler went 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, and struck out 1. So again, our final score is 13-5. North Fayette Valley victorious over Clayton Ridge. Let's talk about the effort by Clayton Ridge. Down at 1 point. It looked like we're going to get out of here in 5, and they forced this to go 7.
Yeah, I was impressed with their effort there, especially those last couple innings. The 5th and 6th inning, I think they left the bases loaded. The 6th, they scored 3 runs and left at least 2, if not 3, on in the 5th. So they did a really nice job and coming back, fighting, really trying to chip away, and I think it should give them some confidence for game number 2.
And I think Coach Crary pleased that the kids kept at it for 7 innings. For North Fayette Valley, great start, obviously, in this ball game, and you were effective on the mound. Pretty good game defensively for them.
Yeah, and that's what they want. They want to jump out on teams early, and that's what they did tonight. And then, slowed down a little bit after that, but that big first inning was enough to kind of comfortably get them the win.
Yeah, we saw them do that last week against Central as well. Get an early lead in that ball game. We're going to continue our post-game show, and I believe our headphones will make it over that far. We'll see. Yes, they will. We're joined by North Fayette Valley softball coach Bailey Shirley. And Coach, first off here, great start to this game, huh?
Yes. It always amazes me how Sarah Dean can hit a home run on her very first pitch at her first at-bat.
And that's what, 2nd week in a row. I think she's pretty much done that. The other thing is Hannah Schrader with 2 just absolute shots in this game.
Yeah, she is definitely in her groove, and I think I mentioned it this morning with you, but her power lately is just out of this world. I mean, almost hitting it out of a slow pitch field at West Delaware is insane, and she's clearly keeping on that roll right now.
And we talk about those 2, but really in that first inning, I think 8 of your first 9 reached base. You got production up and down the lineup tonight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, the thing is that as long as they are disciplined, they are really able to, up and down the lineup, be able to produce a lot of good things for us. So I just need to make sure that they do that throughout the whole game.
All right, let's talk about Alex Kent on the mound, and I think she was efficient for you.
Oh, yeah. And, I don't know if you guys mentioned it, but with how hot it is out here, how grueling it is, for her to be able to last all 7 innings when we thought we maybe could have ended it a little earlier, that was really impressive.
Yeah, and obviously Clayton Ridge made a run on you there, but you guys kept him at a distance.
Right, and I'm really proud of, we talk about quick recoveries, not only physically and mentally. So if you make an error or a bobble, try to recover quickly, and that clearly helped us out a couple of times out of those big innings.
All right, 2nd game, who do you look to throw?
I'm going to throw Katie, just, to make sure that Alex gets recovered. But I'm really excited to see what she can do and see if she can blow it past them.
All right, what's coming up for your team now here the rest of the week?
The rest of the week, well, we have a makeup game with Postville tomorrow night, and that actually wraps it up. No tournaments this weekend, and the girls get to recover and recuperate.
And finish for a strong Upper Iowa Conference shot at the title, right?
Yes, we have a very busy week next week. We got MFL on Monday. We have New Hampton, which is going to be great competition for us for non-conference on Tuesday. And then clearly our biggest rival, Key High, on Wednesday to finish it out.
Yep, and that's obviously, it could be meaningful ball games that night.
Very meaningful, and I'm eager to see how they're doing against Southwind.
All right, Coach, good luck to you the rest of the
Thank you.
season. We'll catch up with you guys later this year.
Thanks.
North Fayette Valley softball coach Bailey Shirley talking things over there about, once again, her Tiger Hawk program. They win by a score of 13-5. We're going to switch the headphones, be joined once again here now by Coach Mike Sass. And obviously for North Fayette Valley, winning 13-5, we talked about the start of this ball game, but this is a team with some pretty good offense.
Yeah, and the start was key. It seems like every time we've seen them, that's been kind of their MO. But they've got bats up and down the lineup. We talk a lot about Sarah Dean, but Hannah Schrader with just 2 mammoth home runs, and they got production up and down the lineup tonight.
And also for Clayton Ridge, again, you got a new coach, but I think you saw some positive, and I think the Eagles look to continue to build.
Yeah, they could have easily rolled over, and they didn't. So that credit to those girls fighting back, and they were, a swing or two away from really making this a really close game. They've got some upperclassmen, they've got some younger kids, so hopefully Coach can stick around a few years and maybe get something going here.
And they try to build their program as they drop a 13-5 decision. Our next broadcast Monday afternoon, it's Ed Cohen Starmont Baseball, the On Deck Show at 4:30, first pitch at 5 o'clock. And then on Wednesday, we'll close the regular season with MFL Marmac at Central. The On Deck Show at 4:30. Game time is at 5 o'clock. We'll just have the first games of those doubleheaders. And we'll see you Monday night.
Absolutely.
13-5, North Fayette Valley victorious over, once again, Clayton Ridge in our softball matchup. For Coach Mike Sass, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to Ty Keenan for running our studio show. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to KCTN.com, click in the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KEDR AM 1400 and FM 96.7 Sports.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Tiger Hawk Eagles Softball is brought to you in part by Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Furniture Showcase and Old Wine. Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. And Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. You're listening to High School Softball on KEDR AM 1400 and FM 96.7.